Oh my god, I was talking on mute that whole time, but I guess that means that it'll be a good show, right? Because if I started out terribly, then it'll be good. So you didn't even hear the song that I played at first. So this is what I played at first. Then I should be looking at comments to see what you guys are saying. Okay, you did say one. So did you hear the Eminem that I played at first? Let me see. Did anyone hear the Eminem? I see a one from Lady V. And hello, Lady V. Hi, Wolfie. Hi, Pirate Radio. Hi, Jay. Hi, Dawn. Hello, Misfit. We heard part of it. Okay. So you just didn't hear me, I think. I'm not sure. It showed me on mute while I was talking, but okay. All right, so let's see who else is here. Kay Braze, nice to see you. Edward, nice to see you. And it finally started. It finally started, and before 10 o'clock. So that's surprising. Let me see who else we have. There was Grateful Ed. And I always think of the song Casey Jones whenever I hear, whenever I see your name, I think of Casey Jones, the song. Lex Luthor, good to see you. Oh, I heard that he got sentenced. Actually, I saw in one of the comments, I think Edward wrote about it. And let's see. Scrolling. I saw Crazy Crime Chick was here. Hopefully she can come back. Love my CCC. Pointer Lover says, "Oh, the wolfy face." Hey, NorCal Jim. Aw, thank you. I know it's been a long time. Oh, there's an echo. Is it just my voice, maybe? Hi, Ed. We have a lot of Edwards. We have Grateful Ed, Edward W, and Edward S. There really is an echo. It's not just my voice. I don't know what's going on. I can go out and come back in. It was you? Okay, let me know if anyone else hears an echo. It's just your voice, Jay says. I don't know if I should take that as a insult or not. Lady V says we used to raise wolves. So how is everybody doing tonight? No echo there. That's good. And Shay W, hello. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Oh, the hashtags got all like weird. I was putting her name and Lauren Heike's name, and I put other stuff about the case, and then for some reason it went to like it went to hashtag solved. I don't know. It got all weird, so I don't even know what it's gonna bring in. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but the hashtags got weird for the case. But let me see. So, okay, if you just want to hear about the case, just go. I'll explain it to Jay says, what do you mean? I'll explain it later. Okay, if you just want to hear about the case, just come back like in 10 minutes or something, because there's other stuff I wanted to go over first. Or if you just want to hear about that, then listen for 10 minutes and then you can peace out after 10 minutes. But so some of the stuff that I wanted to go over was being demonetized, which, yeah, that kind of sucked that I all of a sudden I just, yeah, Lady V says, right, that I just I woke up and I got an email and it didn't really explain it. I could show the email if you guys want, and it doesn't even say what I did exactly. I think NorCal Jim is right. I don't know how many people saw the Yellow Jackets Paint It Black video that I did. If you saw that, can you put a 1? I know that Misfit saw it. I know that Jay saw it. I believe NorCal Jim saw it. But I'm not sure who else saw it. But I'm pretty sure that that's the reason. But when I spoke with YouTube, they didn't even give me a reasoning on why that I am now demonetized. So I'm trying to get to the email. Okay, so there was a lot of things that I wanted to go over. And even I spoke with someone, oh, hi, Wilby, in Aries, P. York. Oh, it's so good to see you, my dolphin friend. Aries said, it's been 84 years, but I'm back and I'm alive. Well, I'm very happy that you're alive and that you're back. But so let me show you. If you want, I could show you. If not, I could just read it. Like some of the stuff that they said. Another creator who's a big creator even said like it didn't even make sense because they didn't actually even give a reason about like why they demonetized me. So what they said is, here, I'm scrolling. So they said, hi, Valerie Knox. During a recent review, our team policy specialist carefully looked over the videos you've uploaded to your channel. We found that a significant portion of your channel is not in line with our YouTube partner policies. As of today, your channel is not eligible to monetize and you will not have access to monetization tools and features. Please go to your monetization page to read more. We know this is tough news. Sometimes we have to make tough decisions. You'll be able to reapply in 30 days. And then if I, for some reason, get denied in 30 days, then I have to reapply in 90 days. So I have heard people that have been like denied multiple times. But I mean, that's just an annoyance. I know there's a lot of bigger issues in the world. So that's just one little thing that that I wanted to go over. Kentucky, hello, Kentucky. I want to listen, but I have to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna go where I can. But this sounds so interesting. Thanks for covering. Yeah, it's a crazy case with Lauren Heike that it's like random. She, from what we know, didn't know the attacker, and it was just so brutal for someone that didn't know the attacker. And it's just a crazy case. So I do want to definitely go into that. I'm happy that you're here. Thanks for stopping in. Um, Edward said it's like trying for parole, right? Yeah, you get you get to try, and I think I have to delete a bunch of my videos because other ones have copyright on them. Like my 27 Club has copyright for a different music. Even when I had it on mute, it was still, since it was playing in the background, I got copyright. So a few of my videos that aren't monetized, but I still have them up just because I like the videos, I think I'm gonna have to delete everything that's not monetized to reapply, because if I get denied again, like I have to wait the 90 days. So I was thinking of maybe, I mean, I'm like such a baby channel, so I feel like making a second channel is kind of weird, but I'm thinking I'll do a second channel. Yeah, Jay, crying face, I know, but I'm thinking I'll make a second channel just so, because I really liked the Yellow Jackets Paint It Black video that I made, so that then I could put it on that one, so I can kind of do what I want on that channel and just do others, put the 27 Club one on that one, And I might even have to put the Hotel Cecil on that one because I think there's a copyright from Netflix, maybe. I mean, there's different things. But okay, so done with the demonetizations. Let me see what else. And I'm reading your comments. Start a new channel. Yes, Grateful Ed. I do think that I definitely need to do that. And I could do other ones where I post like my weird with my axe today, post like funny videos like that. Well, I don't know how funny it was, but just videos like that, more personalized videos of doing stuff like that with like silly music or just something that's just like not all true crime. Just things like that too. So we'll see. I might do that. And then let me see what else. So we do have a new mascot that, thank you. Brandon said YouTube is the worst. I agree, it is. And it's getting much, much worse. I don't know why, like it's gotten way stricter. I knew they put that new YouTube partner program in like the policy recently, but it's just they've been cracking down on creators a lot recently. Like I have a good friend that just got in trouble for something, and it's so stupid. But and I'm afraid now playing that music at the beginning, I'm gonna get in trouble. So hopefully I don't have to delete this whole entire thing. We'll see. But let me see what else that I wanted to say. Yes, that we got a mascot that I will show you because I don't know if you guys remember. I talked about a noise that this was like one of the first videos. I was like, what is that chewing sound? It sounds like there's a turtle eating a watermelon. If anyone remembers that, can you put a 1? Or if you have no clue what the hell I'm talking about, can you put a 2? A turtle and a watermelon. If you remember that, a 1. Misfit says 11111. And we don't have our emojis anymore, so we lost all of our emojis. Aries says a 1. Jen takes it off, says a 1. And hello, Jen. Jay says a 1. Okay, so I've had Lady V says a 1. So we got a mascot. Let me show you the mascot. Just one moment. Chat among yourself while I get that. Well, that's good, Wilby. I probably sound better. Maybe you'll enjoy the show more then. That's what I told someone else too. I'm like, take a drink. You'll like the show better. Oh, and let me put the StreamYard link in because I may forget some of the things that I want to talk about. And I know Lady V and I think Jay maybe wanted to come up. So Lady V, if you're still in here, if you want to come up, or Jay, you wanted to come up. And I know that there were things like the show, like that game that we wanted to talk about. And that could be on the second channel. There's like this fun game that I wanted to do, and I will get to Lauren Heike. I was thinking I would do 2 lives possibly back to back just because I wanted to get through this stuff. But let me show the mascot. Just one moment, please.
Hey, Val.
Hello. How are you guys?
Oh, I'm a bit ill tonight, but I'm trying my best.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I really appreciate it. I don't know what it is. It's like I had a really big meal before I went to sleep earlier, so I could be, up and ready for the live. But I just woke up and I felt really bad, like just nauseous, you know what I mean? And like just not good at all. I've taken some like like acid tablets and stuff like that, lots of stuff, and it's making me feel a little better. And you've made me feel a lot better. You always help take my mind off things. But how are you, Lady V? How are you? How's your nails doing?
I'm great. I am now a licensed nail technician.
Oh, that's great.
Artist.
That's great.
Yes.
That's so amazing. I'm so proud of you, Lady V.
I mean, it just shows you like there's like at whatever point in your life you always have the time and the chance, to take up something new and learn it.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm hoping, that, I'll be an inspiration to my kids and my grandkids, that you're never
Yeah.
too old to learn something you really have a passion for,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to hijack it or anything and make it about me, but like, I started learning Spanish a few years ago,
That's
and
hard.
that has been very, very rewarding, I think. And learning another language has just been amazing. You know what I mean? It just makes, like, whenever I want to travel, if I want to travel to a Spanish speaking country, it'll make it all that much easier. You know what I mean?
Well, you're better than me. That's one thing I can't do. I mean, my husband's family, they speak Dutch and I understand it,
Ah,
but
yeah,
I
Pennsylvania Dutch.
no.
Oh,
My husband's first generation from Holland over
oh,
here.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, but yeah, I speak with such a southern slang, they can't understand what I'm saying, but I understand them. So it's good to have you back, Val.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you both are up here with me. So let me show the new mascot. And it was actually Misfit that got the mascot for it's his little baby mascot, but he's sharing it with the channel. So so let me present just one moment. And he's so cute. So let me show. And his name is Baby Leo or Snappy or Misfit. If you want to, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, Misfit, do you want to tell me which ones I'll go to this one. Wait, can you still see the screen or no?
Yeah, we can see.
Do you see the turtle eat with the water? Let me look on my
Yeah.
phone so I know what you guys are looking at.
It is cute.
Yeah, we're seeing it.
Okay, yeah, so this is little Snappy Leo. So that's another part. He hasn't actually ate the watermelon yet, but he's getting interested too. So yeah, because I mentioned this in the beginning. So there's other stuff I could post it on there, but I'll get to the other stuff and then more to the live.
Hey,
Great.
Val, could I say something real quick?
Of course.
Okay, everybody, my phone's acting wonky and I don't have another device right now, so I can read your chat on the TV, but I can't answer you.
That's
so
fine.
I gotta let you know.
Yeah, I mean, I can't type in the chat either, but that's fine, I suppose. It's because I don't know why. I think it's because I'm only on my phone.
I read them. I mean, I can still read them, but I just can't see them on my phone. I have to watch them on the TV.
Oh, no problem. I'm just happy that you're here.
I'm happy that you're here as well. I'm happy that everyone's here, and I'm happy that you're live, Val. Again, it's I've really missed this. I really have the late nights with you. It's always so much fun.
Thank you.
Agree.
You're welcome. And even if I'm ill,
I told my husband,
it just makes me feel better. Sorry, Val. Sorry, Lady V. I mean.
Oh no, it's okay. I was telling my husband that you were trying to find a time to go live, and I was like, she wants me to come up, but we're on our anniversary vacation, and he's like, when you told me you were doing it tonight, I was like, yeah, she's going to do it then instead of earlier. So he's like, oh yeah, you can go up there. She's so cute and sweet.
Aww. That was
nice.
sweet.
I'm very true.
He's like, is she the one with the sweet little voice that lives in California? And I'm like, yep, that's her.
Oh, I see. Everyone knows you, Val. You've got such a sweet voice. Everyone knows you.
That's right.
Hi,
Hey,
Crazy.
CCC.
Crazy, did you see the little turtle that Misfit got? That's our mascot. It's actually Crazy Crime Chick that got me into the turtles eating the watermelon.
Hey, Crazy Crime Chick. Good to see you, hon.
Okay, so I need to get through the rest of the list so people are like, okay, I want to hear about this case.
Yeah.
Let me see what there's more stuff. Let me try to get to the rest of the stuff. Okay, so also there's a game that me and Jay were talking about. I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So different, like I'll play little snippets of movies. We thought of a few so far, but one, I'll just say like one right now, like let me try to think of one right now, and I'm gonna do it in a horrible voice. So, and this is gonna have to be in the second channel because I'm sure I'll get copyright for it.
Yeah.
But like, what's your? I'm trying. Okay, let me
What's your
just play.
favorite scary movie?
Okay, you. All right, perfect. There, thank you. So playing different things from movies, and then saying like, "Oh, what movie is that from?" And then you guys are like, "This is so stupid," but hopefully you're not. And then if you guys want to play that game, then we could do that maybe on like a Friday or Saturday night or something.
That
sounds like a great idea.
Well, I know you think it sounds like a great idea. We both.
Was it his idea?
we both spoke about it.
Yes.
Just in case people didn't know my thoughts on it. I'm sorry, Val. It is late, and I did wake up a few hours ago.
It's okay. But yeah, so just playing, like those would be ones, and then like another one would be like the I'm King Kong or whatever, or like, and that I know that could be from Malibu's Most Wanted, or I said it wrong, but just like something like that, or and
Who's Zed? Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
Yeah, don't give all of them away, but different ones like that.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, cool. So
we can also do pictures as well, like show pictures and like see what
cool.
movie that's from as well.
Yeah, so there's some kind of fun game that we could play, something. I don't know.
Movie trivia.
Something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And then, so again, like I said, I could put that Yellow Jackets video on there because I did work hard on it. And
yeah, and it was really good as well. I love that you paint it black to go over it, and it fit the video so well. It's like it's a real skill to be able to like pick the right song to fit the right video. It's not easy.
Yeah, and then also I wanted to go over, this is kind of like ghost stuff. I don't know who here is into like ghost stories or ghost stuff, but a lot of stuff. My sister, she works, she's at a hotel in Hawaii, and they're on like a burial ground, which a lot of the hotels in Hawaii are on burial grounds. Basically, all of like Hawaii is on cemeteries and stuff like that. And so I'll go into the story more on a night that we're not doing this.
Yeah, because it's way too much to go into, isn't it? To just tap over.
Yeah, there's so much.
Into it.
Yeah, so I'd love to go over that one night where we go over different like ghost stories about things that have happened.
I've got some I can share as well if you like.
Misfit says ghosts scare him. Well, then you're gonna be really scared that night, Misfit. Pirate Radio. My aunt, when that movie first came out, made me literally sick. People were so scared. The first Halloween.
Oh shoot!
Or was it Godzilla?
On those.
What was that?
I said I cut my teeth on those.
Oh
I was
my
a teenager when they first came out. You know the one that got me?
Jaws. What? Jaws.
I always think of sharks whenever I'm in the ocean.
Yeah.
All
when
the time.
When we go to Virginia Beach, I'm always looking under my feet. Yes.
I think it's because I grew up in the UK that I just don't think of it. Like I'm careless. That's the thing. Because in the UK it's like there's like barely anything in the wild that could be any danger to you really. So it's like I've walked around swampland in Florida and come across alligators and like been like within feet, within like touching distance of them, only just to realize what it actually was and to stay away from it. It's crazy how
Aries Pjork said, who you gonna call Jay Busters of Ghosts? So that has to actually go with kind of the story that I was gonna tell. So they actually had to call, and that goes into it more, a company that says like Ghostbusters on it. It's ridiculous. It's insane. And it says like they do like exorcisms. Like they went all out at my sister's hotel, and this is a fancy hotel in Hawaii. This isn't just like a Best Western. This is like a Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah, it's not an Airbnb. It's a spa as well.
Yeah, so this is they weren't messing around, and then they had to go there at 5 a.m. in the morning before the certain spot opened to do the cleansing, and they're like, it's crazy. I'll go over that later.
I tell you, they should have gotten in. They should have gotten in Beetlejuice, because if they'd gotten in Beetlejuice, then I just stopped myself. We could have been in a whole mess if I said his name a third time. My God,
Yeah,
he'd have
we
just
would've been in
appeared,
trouble, dude.
and he'd have caused a load of chaos, and he may have even sabotaged the live even. So it's good that I didn't call him.
Oh God.
Crazy Crime Chick just made a really good point. It's true, because I always tell her about it. She said, when Valerie watches scary stuff, weird things happen. It's true. It
True.
is
She's
really
the one
true. Like,
manifesting it.
yeah, like I'll be listening to those things that people, what are those things called where they have the spirits come through?
ESPs,
Ouija board.
EVPs.
I've messed with Ouija boards with the ESPs before, so I'll listen to those sometimes at night, and then weird things will happen. Things will move in my house. Showers will turn on. So
Yeah.
weird stuff happens.
When you told me about your sister's hotel, the craziest thing was like my dad called me later that day and said that he'd seen something in the corner of his eye. So I was like, what the hell? So maybe it's like a chain reaction almost, that like if you're open to these things, then they're more present in your life almost, I think.
I'm sorry, my phone just cut out.
Avery and
MJ. Melissa. Yes. Hey Avery. Hi Melissa.
Hey Melissa.
It's so nice that everyone's here. I'm sorry if I'm taking it over or anything. I don't mean to.
No, you're not.
Oh, thanks. Sorry. Thanks so much.
I think Avery changed her channel name again.
Yeah. I don't want to comment on it too much, but I hope you're okay, Avery.
Yeah. What was the new one?
It's me, Avery, right? Is that it?
Yeah, no. I don't know. I thought it was like, it's like 3 letters, I think, or something. I don't know.
So I have, again, I always have so much to show and stuff. But let me see. I'll actually first, do you want to, since I've been talking a lot, I guess I'll start with a video and then I'll go into more talking. But let me pick which video I want to show.
You always find the best ones. I'm always amazed by how much detail they have in them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, and if you know good ghost movies or scary movies in the like if you want to write them in the comments, I'm always down to watch new ones. All right, and now what is it? Let's see how much. I said 20 minutes. We're at, what are we at? We're starting at 30 minutes into the case. So I'll put a little in the description. If you want to watch just the case, go to 30 minutes. All right, let me get the information. One moment. And I'm on mute. Well, I'm not right now since I'm talking, but that's not me.
Yeah. I'm just having a smoke to try and make myself feel better.
Hey, Avery. Yeah, it's me. I haven't seen you in forever. I was in school, hon. I'm out now. I haven't seen Crazy Crime Chick either. I've missed all of you guys really bad.
Yeah, I've been quite away. I haven't seen them all either. It's weird. Like we used to go in the live so much all the time, like as a daily thing. But I've been so busy with work recently. It's like things like just take over, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Well, and especially, summertime is usually the busiest time for everybody anyway.
Yeah. With me, especially with my composition work, it's like commercials and video games and things like that coming up, and yeah.
I'll have to have you make a commercial for my channel, Jay.
I'd love to. I do it for free as well because you're my friend.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, I don't charge friends.
I'm just getting ready to upload my first real content if I can get it up there.
That's exciting. I'm sure like Valerie and anyone else would be happy to help you and give you some pointers.
Oh yeah, I know Val will, or anybody that. Yeah, I know they'd be more than willing to help me.
I'd say I could, but I'm like, even though I'm like younger than most people here, I'm like not great at computers.
Well, I can usually figure things out because I'm fairly techy, but I don't know. StreamYard's kind of a mystery and stuff to me. So we'll see what happens. But I've got a couple Temu hauls. Yes, I said Temu hauls, and the stuff is very good that I want to upload. And then I have 2 more coming, and my cart is already full again.
I'm so happy. I've been made to feel immediately better. Like I've just forgotten feeling bad because everyone's here.
You have us around.
Val's here, and everyone's exactly, yeah. You're just good people. You're just good energy. It just, even though we're communicating through the internet, that energy field, I think, still extends to all of us.
Oh yeah.
Not to sound like an idiot though. Not to sound like some pretentious. I just believe that.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this video. Oh, it's okay. I'm just gonna play this video real quickly.
Go ahead.
Sure.
All right,
We're
just
just
one
waiting
moment.
on you anyway.
Also, one of the reasons why this story does well, there's a lot of reasons why it captured me, but also I have my esthetician's license, and she was an esthetician.
Oh my
if
God.
anyone doesn't, yeah,
I didn't know you were an esthetician.
Yeah, I have
Neither did I.
I don't actually like use it. I used to use it. I used to work at a spa, but now I don't use it. I mean, I keep it. I always renew it. I'm always keeping. I'll always renew it. Yeah, because I doubt I'll ever pass the test again. If I tried, it's a hard test. It's a really hard test. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll shut up. I just that just caught me off guard.
But so that's one of the things that I connect with her on. But yeah, let me press.
Yeah, I kind of did on that too.
We're just nervous to be out by ourselves right now.
We also know that this dark period, we'll have her memories and we will love her every minute that we are on this earth.
I know that Phoenix residents are resting easier after this arrest.
Her life cut short. Her accused killer, it seems, no stranger to a jail cell.
It's been exactly 1 week since the murder of Lauren Heike, and we are now learning more about what's being described as a random attack. Police say the 29-year-old was stabbed 15 times while hiking on a North Phoenix trail. That suspect, a convicted felon, was arrested days later. ABC 15's Ashley Paredes walks us through what led up to his arrest.
Heartbreak felt across the community as new details emerged in the murder of 29-year-old Lauren Heike on a hiking trail in North Phoenix, seemingly at random.
It's scary to learn the mind of someone like this and what he was thinking.
22-year-old Zionteasley appearing before a judge Friday. A Maricopa County prosecutor says DNA, cell phone, and circumstantial evidence all helped in connecting him to the crime. Police believe Heike was killed on April 28th, giving us a timeline of her steps that morning. We're told surveillance video collected from the area shows Heike at 10:29 a.m., leaving the entrance of her apartment complex on Mayo Boulevard.
At 10:38 a.m., Lauren was seen on video walking southbound on Allied Way, taking a right turn on Princess Drive. Little did she know that around that same time, Teasley was coincidentally just right across the intersection. That is when their paths crossed, and police say he continued following her to a trail entrance about a quarter mile away.
According to court documents, at 10:52 a.m., a surveillance camera from a home within the Paradise Ridge community shows Lauren walking alone on the trail before stepping out of view. Nearly 30 seconds later, Teasley is seen walking the same direction. Then a short time later, he is seen sprinting. By 10:55 a.m., Teasley is trying to cross a barbed wire fence along the trail which leads to a desert area. Detectives believe Lauren ran through there, trying to escape Teasley, her shoe left behind. She was found 24 hours later with 15 stab wounds from a pocket knife.
I believe she fought him off. She was able to get away, but her injuries were too severe and she just couldn't continue.
Teasley is being held on first-degree murder and for violating his probation. He was released from prison last November after being convicted of armed robbery, and disorderly conduct, stemming from multiple incidents in 2020. Authorities also say Teasley was recently terminated from his employer for being, quote, aggressive toward female employees. Documents state Teasley told investigators he was struggling with his sexuality, and when shown a picture of Lauren, he said he recognized her from the news and wanted to look like her.
May her memory be a blessing for you. She was taken from us too soon. We cannot imagine how much it hurts, but we hope that the city can be there for you in this difficult time.
Ashley Paredes, ABC 15, Arizona.
Oh my God, that was.
No. Oh, sorry. There's something else playing. Okay, I know. So can you believe that it was 15 stab wounds and it was from a pocket knife?
That's 15 from a pocket knife.
You know, the thing of it is, though, and somebody said this on here, I'm sorry, I can't read all the names, but, you know, that it looks so secluded and stuff, basically. And it wasn't. I mean, if you look, just turn, you're looking at all the houses and apartments and stuff. I can't believe
Yeah.
nobody heard her scream.
And I'm
I do
sure
have a
people. Sorry.
picture. Yeah, I was just gonna say I have a picture actually that does show the houses
Thank you.
that are like in like how close the houses are to the trail. They actually believe that she crawled through a barbed wired
What?
fence to get away
What?
from him. Yeah, and that they think she actually did get away from him, and that she ended up dying from her wounds and succumbing to her
Oh.
death that way, but that she did fight him off, that she fought like hell, and that she was able to fight him off. But they were able to find from DNA evidence on her shoe surveillance. And also, I have everything written down. Let me see what it was. There was a lot of different things that I wrote down, and I have so much different things. But yeah, she had self-defense on her hands and arms. I do want to go into, I have so much he had 13 different felony accounts
Oh my
to
God.
him at just 19 years old. At 19 years old, and his mother worked for the parole board, so they think, and he got out just a few months ago.
Yeah.
What?
So I mean, he did a plea deal though, so it went from 13 down. It ended up being like three. Yeah.
This
So
is crazy.
yeah, so Robert,
If
go
the
on.
sorry, if
Oh, no,
the
go on.
if the system worked properly, he should still be inside. There's no, but the amount of felonies, he shouldn't have less time. He should have to serve the whole time for his sentences, in my opinion.
It's ridiculous.
And
You know,
if they'd have done that, she'd be alive right now. She wouldn't be dead. You know what I mean? And the fact that his mother was in the parole board, doesn't that seem a bit fishy to you?
Yeah, and he got more violent each time. He had a gun at the last one, but they said he was a low risk. They felt he was low risk in committing another crime.
So let me guess, like he comes from probably quite a privileged background then, whereas if it was someone who wasn't from a very privileged background, they'd probably be considered a higher risk. You know what I mean? It's the way I think.
I'm not sure. I just know, like, so it was DNA help from, because he was already in the CODIS criminal database, so that's what helped. Again, he had 6 Circle Ks that he was stealing from. And so it ended up being 3 robbery, disorderly conduct, armed robbery, and that was through the plea deal. He just was released in November. And let me see what else. So he's being held on a $1 million first degree bond. He also was fired from his workplace for being aggressive towards female employees.
Yes.
Yes, and also for stealing, but I mean that's not as important. I mean
Yeah.
as everything else. They believe there was no essay because again he was someone that was struggling with his sexuality, and it was more they think of possibly like a jealousy thing of where he wanted to look like her, he wanted to be her.
He was
Something
experiencing some kind of dysphoria, right? And
it,
felt like he was a woman, and that made him angry to see women because that's how he felt he was, and he lashed out type of thing. Is that what they think?
that's what they think. So I have these two different analysis of the suspect where they analyze like his psyche, and I want to play that because they go over what they think because there doesn't seem to be an actual motive. It's completely
Yeah,
random.
because he didn't know her, did he?
No, that's the scary part. They did live close to each other, but it seems like he didn't know her when they showed
Well,
her.
he said he recognized her though, but didn't know from where or why. Is
Yeah,
that
he
right?
said she looks familiar in the when he was being interviewed about her, and he said she looks familiar. I'd like to look like her. And and he also said that I'm trying to think everything else that he said that this I'm definitely not in here for an sex crime. I don't know what I can say on stupid YouTube.
It gets ridiculous, doesn't it? You can't even say words, can you?
Well, you know, the thing of it is, I hear so many people with such vulgar language and such
Yeah, and
terrible
people, yeah,
things
I've
they
heard
say, and they're
people
fine.
talk extremism on the place. The amount of extremism I've heard, people just saying like really, really like out there stuff, and they seem to be able to get
I know,
donations
it's
and things like
ridiculous.
that. And I don't understand. Like Val's never said anything that's like misinformation or extreme or offensive or anything like that. So like, why come after her and not go after those people? I don't get it. I really
Someone said
I
don't.
think
maybe
it's
it's because
stupid.
what was that?
I said, I think it's being stupid.
Yeah, they are.
Someone said maybe it's because I brought up the Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
Yeah. Hi Glory Dancer. But yeah, Crazy Crime Chick. That's what he said. And then he said also if I'm in here for like a sex crime, that I haven't been with anybody for a very long time, so that's not it. And also if I was going to kill someone, it would be premeditation. It wouldn't be this. So it's thank you. Thank you so much, Glory Dancer. And you're welcome, Crazy. So let me play the things where they're analyzing him about what he has said, and that's one of the things that CCC wanted to see, and it's just
That'd be
really
great.
interesting, and that I wanted to play it. So you guys chat. I feel like I've been keep talking over you guys, so you guys chat while I
No,
get it.
no, I love hearing your voice, and it's your channel, Val, and that's what everyone comes here to listen to you, and everyone's just it's your return as well, so everyone wants to, you know, hear you and just say hi to you again. You know what I mean? And seeing
That's
everyone here and
absolutely right.
all the old faces, it's just nice. It just brings me back to how like it was like every Friday or
That
sometimes
was
on a
fun.
Saturday as well and a Sunday. You'd do a
Yeah, it was
live,
fun.
and it was always fun. You want to
Thank
say something,
you.
Lady V?
I said I totally agree with you. It was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
I like what Pirate Radio said. Can you
I'm
read
an
the comment?
Illuminati. It's boring as fuck. Yeah, the craziest thing. I'll tell you something crazy about that though. I've been messaged on Instagram and like WhatsApp by people who say like, "Do you want to join the Illuminati?" And then I go through it just as a laugh to see where it'll go and if it's some scam or something. But it's like these guys and they're all like Freemasons and like
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like it's actually
yeah.
like it's like they're trying to get you in the Masons type of thing. I mean, like my great grandfather was in the Masons, so I have no interest in that. I mean, it's just a man's fraternal club, you know what I mean? It's like getting together and having a few drinks without the wife type of thing. And that's not my scene. I'm not 60.
No, I get you. Quit
Yeah.
playing what?
Yeah, for my socializing, I play rugby league. So like all the fellas who I play that with, we go for drinks after the games and stuff like that and training. So that's my social circle.
Thank you, Glory Dancer. I appreciate the compliment. So what were you going to do next, Val?
Or the analysis of the suspect's psyche.
Oh, you can
Yeah,
see it?
I was going to.
See.
I
Yeah,
got
sorry.
to watch this today, and I forgot to grab it when I got finished with the rest of them. Going down the rabbit hole.
Sorry if I speak in Spanish every now and then. I had my Spanish lesson earlier today, so I'm still in that frame of mind.
It's okay.
Well, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because I sure can't do it.
De
And
nada.
I even got Rosetta Stone. It's like my father-in-law is like, I still can't understand you.
Speaking of Dutch, I'm wearing an orange football soccer t-shirt at the moment, so I'm kind of Dutch. And also because it's about crime, it's kind of fitting, you know, with him in his yellow shirt as well.
You're matching the guy Zionteasley, right?
No, he's a different shade of orange. Is his mine's lighter. His is darker. I'm wearing a Blackpool FC soccer shirt.
Okay, all right. Pressing play. Just 1 moment.
We're going to have to put it 1 moment, please.
I don't think we can even
Teasley,
drop them.
from his own words and actions 1 week ago. Teasley charged with first-degree murder after stabbing Lauren Heike 15 times to death on a popular Phoenix hiking trail.
There's often a high degree of personal rage, and that doesn't necessarily mean that there's a direct connection between the assailant and the victim, but in the assailant's mind, they are taking out their rage on that victim at that time.
Jim Eggleston is a former FBI special agent and looked at all the court documents that detailed the attack on Lauren and his arrest. Of note, Teasley was recently fired from his job at a store for being aggressive toward female coworkers and suspected of stealing merchandise.
But the fact that he may have been fired recently before this happened, that's a stress event, that's a stressor in his life, which could have escalated this behavior.
According to the arrest documents, Teasley also told police he struggles with his sexuality as a Christian and that he only knew of Lauren through watching the news of her attack, but told detectives he wanted to look like her. Former FBI Supervisory Special Agent Lance Lysing says that is extremely telling.
Blurbs from the interview, but it sounds like she had something he wanted and did not have, and that was not sex or sexual in nature. It could have been she was a very beautiful young woman, and maybe that's what he wanted to be or wished he was, and he was repressing those feelings, and it expressed itself violently.
Teasley's escalation of violence was extreme. Prior to this, he had gotten out of prison in November after an armed robbery sentence. Court documents show Teasley had robbed Circle K store 6 different times, becoming more violent each time leading up to bringing a gun. He took a plea deal and got out of jail early, something Lysing says is haunting now.
He served very little time for some serious violent offenses in the past and likely should have been in jail longer than he was.
Both agents commending Phoenix PD for quickly matching his DNA found on Lauren's shoe and making an arrest. Lysing says had he gotten away with this, Lauren likely would not have been his last victim.
There was no sign of remorse in any aspect of that crime or in the interview afterwards.
A look into the unsettled mind of Zion Teasley from his own words and actions 1 week ago. Teasley charged with first-degree murder after stabbing Lauren Heike 15 times to death on a popular Phoenix hiking trail.
There's often a high degree of personal rage, and that doesn't necessarily mean that there's a direct connection between the assailant and the victim, but in the assailant's mind,
I was just pausing it there because about how they're saying how there's so much rage. Usually when there's that much rage, it's usually like a husband killing a wife or a wife killing a husband. And this is just someone that's a complete stranger. And that makes it even more scarier because this
terrifying.
is just someone that you walking by on she had no idea. And he, like a coward, stabbed her from behind. She had no idea this was even like she texted, I'll get into this more when the video is done, but just for this to be so hateful and rageful, to be just a complete stranger. But yeah, I just wanted to say that one part, and I'll press play.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Of course.
Okay, so
I think you're a bit echoing.
Oh, I have an echo. Okay.
Fine
Am
now.
I all right now?
You're fine now.
Okay, so what I'm wanting to ask you, and I think they answered my question, but I'm just going to ask it anyway. My first thought was, do you think that he came upon her and she was so beautiful and everything, which she was, that beautiful, that he just lost it? Or do you think maybe he might have seen her more often running by and just that was that?
Yeah, I've thought about that. So they lived in a 1.5 mile vicinity. So that was a hiking trail that she frequented a lot. So
She
I
used
think
it like almost every day all year long, didn't she?
So I'm wondering if. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying Wheelby. I responded. Also, I'm like I'm like my nails. I'm like I responded. But if you want to write back to let me know what you're confused about. But I'm wondering, even though they said that they're completely strangers, I'm wondering if he's seen her before. Like she doesn't know.
That's
who
what I
he
thought.
is, but he knows who she is.
Yeah, like he was walking there one day, saw her, noticed her again, and thought, hang on, she walks here regularly. If I turn up here, there's a good chance I'll see her and I can ambush her. And maybe that day you thought, right, this is the day where I'm going to do something. He's done stuff before,
Because I don't think he snapped. I think he had noticed her before.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it was a snap in the heat of the moment at all. I totally agree.
I think that's what they're trying to set it up to look like.
Yeah, because like what Val said, with the amount of anger behind it, it just shows that it's just so unusual, and it's so scary to think about that you could just be walking on a trail, like all of us probably do. I know I do, with my dog, and someone could be there who's got awful intentions. You know what I mean?
No, I never do anything like that without my husband or a group of people. There's just no way.
And that's
what trust people nowadays.
That's the sad thing about it, though. It's sad about it because, there was a time where people could do that, you know what I mean? Where women and men of all ages would feel safe going out, and going for a walk. But the world's a scary place, especially, for people like us, because we hear about this stuff firsthand more than the general public do because we investigate it.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes me worried because my sister, she loves hiking, and she goes in like she's it's okay telling you guys because she's in Hawaii. She's like so far away. But I mean, she's always going. I tell her these stories all the time. But she goes by herself hiking, and like it's just scary to me.
One of my nieces does the same thing. She rock climbs. She'll go off in Alaska for like months and
wow. I mean, if it's not people there, it's wild animals that could be a problem.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. That is scary.
Yeah, I mean, she's been to like really poor countries and all of that as well. I mean, just it can be a little bit scary when you kind of.
I've been to Vietnam.
Yeah,
not during the war. Not during the war.
No, I know that.
I didn't serve in Vietnam. No, but I went in 2015, and that was a really poor country. And it was a sad place to see. There were like young girls having to like sell themselves on the streets and things like that. I just wanted to go up to them and just hand them money for nothing, type of thing. You know what I mean? Because it's like it was nothing to me. And if they could get some food and not have to do that for a day, then that's good enough for me. And it's because it's horrible life.
It is. But anyway, I was just thinking that more than likely, he probably lived somewhere along there, and like you said, he saw her, and then he realized, hey, she runs this every day or walks.
Yeah,
or
that's what I think.
Does, and that's what I think too.
I'm trying to read the comments. I'm trying to figure out what. I think I'm like missing some of them. I'm reading she's mean. I wish so, like you better know what at WTF you're doing. But I don't think this has to do with whatever we're
Yeah, I
talking
think people are having their own conversations in the
about.
chat
Okay,
as
then
usual.
chat among yourself.
And I think that's what they like to
Like,
do, though.
what did I do? I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah. It's your first stream back, and they're already jumping on you, Paul.
I know. I guess I'll just go hide
I guess
again
you'll
for
just
another
go
month.
hide for another month, yeah, with your animals.
Let's not do that.
And just not bother nobody.
Yeah. All right, let me finish playing this. Just one moment. Oh yeah, we do need. Well, I don't have any emojis, so I can't make a
That
one.
sucks. I mean,
Yes.
we just got the gremlin one as well.
I was wondering, like, if that's a problem because I have my Gremlin, I have my Mario, so maybe all these things. I don't know.
Not.
I don't.
Think so.
Can the world stop being so effing greedy? You know what I mean? It's like you've already got enough money. You don't have to be like, anyone mentions my thing, I'm gonna sue. I need money for every time you say that word. Like, what the hell is the world about? Even water, which comes from the sky, you know, is bottled and packaged and sold.
God.
As you know, it's ridiculous.
You sound just like my husband. It just
Yeah.
cracks me up.
I wish we could go back to simpler times. Like the start of this country's history, where everything was like not regulated and everything was like a free-for-all basically, and everyone could do what the hell they wanted within reason. As long as it wasn't hurting anyone.
Well,
They are taking out their rage on that victim at that time.
Jim Eggleston is a former FBI special agent and looked at all the court documents that detailed the attack on Lauren and his arrest. Of note, Teasley was recently fired from his job at a store for being aggressive toward female coworkers and suspected of stealing merchandise.
But the fact that he may have been fired recently before this happened, that's a stress event. That's a stressor in his life, which could have escalated this behavior.
According to the arrest documents, Teasley also told police he struggles with his sexuality as a Christian and that he only knew of Lauren through watching the news of her attack, but told detectives he wanted to look like her. Former FBI Supervisory Special Agent Lance Lysing says that is extremely telling.
Blurbs from the interview, but it sounds like she had something he wanted and did not have, and that was not sex or sexual in nature. It could have been she was a very beautiful young woman, and maybe that's what he wanted to be or wished he was, and he was repressing those feelings, and it expressed itself violently.
Teasley's escalation of violence was extreme. Prior to this, he had gotten out of prison in November after an armed robbery sentence. Court documents show Teasley had robbed Circle K store 6 different times, becoming more violent each time leading up to bringing a gun. He took a plea deal and got out of jail early, something Lysing says is haunting now.
He served very little time for some serious violent offenses in the past and likely should have been in jail longer than he was.
Both agents commending Phoenix PD for quickly matching his DNA found on Lauren's shoe and making an arrest. Lysing says had he gotten away with this, Lauren likely would not have been his last victim.
There was no sign of remorse in any aspect of that crime or in the interview afterwards.
A look into the unsettled mind of Zion Teasley from his own words and actions 1 week ago. Teasley charged with first-degree murder after stabbing Lauren Heike 15 times to death on a popular Phoenix hiking trail.
There's often a high degree of personal rage, and that doesn't necessarily mean that there's a direct connection between the assailant and the victim, but in the assailant's mind, they are taking out their rage on that victim at that time.
Jim Eggleston is a former FBI special agent and looked at all the court documents that detailed the attack on Lauren and his arrest. Of note, Teasley was recently fired from his job at a store for being aggressive toward female coworkers and suspected of stealing merchandise.
But the fact that he may have been fired recently before this happened, that's a stress event. That's a stressor in his life, which could have escalated this behavior.
According to the arrest documents, Teasley also told police he struggles with his sexuality as a Christian.
I think this is looping. Hold on. I'm trying to stop it. What is going on?
Bloody gremlins have come back.
It's only at 119 out of 220, but I feel like he said the same thing like 10 times. So
Yeah.
right?
I know. I
I
think that was exactly what I thought we showed before. I thought like you were just going to extend it or something, but that was literally what we just
I have no
saw.
idea what is going on. That's really strange.
But to speak about it, I think, you know, the amount of missed opportunities that, you know, did they try and give him any mental health counselling in the prison, or was he under any counselling of any kind for what he was for his dysphoria?
I don't know. I mean, he was like just a little bit over 18 when he first got in jail.
Wow.
So I know.
You know, you're still, even though you're a legal adult, you're still a kid at 18.
And
You know,
he's 19 now.
he's still a kid, in my opinion. You know,
He
but
is
should
a
be
kid,
treated
but
as an adult. But you know, the mentality
yeah.
of a
No, I
youngster.
get it, especially until they're 25.
Yes,
Men don't
25.
think
I
straight.
would agree with you there.
I had
I
two
was,
boys, so I completely get the 25-year-old
yeah.
thing
That's
before they
why they don't
actually get a
test for
brain.
certain mental conditions until men are 25, because they say that's when the brain fully develops.
Right. And I believe that's true, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I mean, if somebody's going through something, questioning himself like he
Yeah.
was, they should have gotten him some mental health
Yeah, if
therapy.
I'm sure he would have expressed, since he expressed it so openly to the police then, I'm sure he's expressed it in the past.
Yeah.
So they should have done something, you know, if they haven't already. And his
Well, and
parents should have done something about it. But he's saying he was raised Christian, so maybe they wouldn't, and they
well,
just
I
want to
was gonna
sweep it under the carpet.
I was gonna
That
say
makes sense.
I am a Christian, and I'm sorry for
Different
my
kinds
clock
of
hole.
Christians, obviously, aren't there? You know, some would be accepting of that, some wouldn't. You know, there's different types of
I'll come
Jews
on
and
when my
Muslims.
clock stops.
Sorry.
What'd you say? Come on, when what?
I said I'll come back on when my clock stops. I don't want you to get demonetized because my clock.
Oh no.
Oh, because it had
It goes off
music.
every hour.
Oh
Yeah.
right.
So what I was gonna say though is that as a Christian myself, I do totally agree with you, Jay. A lot of times people ways of dealing with it is to either ignore it or try to talk somebody out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to judge.
Yeah,
I'm
because I
going to
mean,
let
yeah.
God do his thing and judge. I'm not going to judge.
Exactly,
What
because you
I'm
know.
saying is
Yeah,
sweeping it under the rug or trying to talk him out of it isn't going to work. He
It's going to
needs
make it
real
worse.
mental health therapy. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think, you know, like different types of Christians, obviously, you know, like I wasn't, you know, my parents weren't particularly religious, but my grandparents are, and their son, my uncle, is gay, and they used to go to church and mass every Sunday, but when he came out as gay, they stopped going because they wouldn't go because they wouldn't want to go somewhere that wouldn't accept their son, you know.
Right. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but they're still Christians, you know what I mean? They're just not Catholics, you know.
Right, and I get it. I mean, I'll be
They
honest.
yeah.
I'm Pentecostal, so
Yeah.
yeah, we're talking. You know, I mean,
That's a little bit
you
more
really
reformed, isn't it? Yeah.
well, you don't know. That
Yeah.
does not go at all. I mean, we're not like you won't let him come in because he is like that. When I think they should come in because now I don't want to make this a talk on
I think it's
my belief.
interesting.
But what I was going to say is I think that, you know, in a
What a
case
young
like
girl,
ours, I
so
think
poor.
that's where they need to be because that's who
Yeah, this
Jesus
is a
came.
video I made.
Yeah, all these pictures of her. She's so young.
Yeah.
It's such a shame. It's like every time you see pictures like the Idaho 4 and all the others, it makes you feel really sad to think how much life, how much experiences they had in them, you know, and that their destiny was just taken from them. It's the cruelest thing I can think of, you know what I mean?
It is. But yeah, I think a lot of times that's what religious people do is they either sweep it under the rug or whatever,
Yeah,
and they don't get them the correct help is my point. I mean, I don't want to
absolutely,
get off on a spiritual topic here. I could like,
We could
you know,
do
absolutely.
all that on my second channel.
Yeah, that we
yeah.
could do it. Like we could arrange
Well,
it.
all
I
I was
think,
gonna
yeah,
say,
because
all I
we
was
could talk about that because Valerie wants to talk about paranormal experiences, and I'm sure
right.
you've probably had a few, haven't you, Lady V? Uh,
Yeah, I have.
so I'm sure you could talk about that and how that relates to your faith, and I could share mine and how it relates to my faith, and
Hey,
Valerie with
Austin,
hers.
I might surprise you a little bit on that, but let's get back to this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Austin. Okay, so you missed some, but I can catch you up. We're talking
Hey,
about
Austin.
Lauren Heike. She was born November 20th, 1993. She's 29. She's from Arizona. Her family and friends, they would describe her as like a ray of sunshine, funny, sweet, maybe too trusting, just joyful. She grew up actually in Washington, and when she moved to Arizona, that's when she already was an esthetician in Washington, but when she moved to Washington, she started working at a country club. And she also had different jobs at like Ulta, that's like Sephora, and Admire Medical Aesthetics. Then when she was working at Troon North Golf Club, that's when she really got even more into her fitness. She was very, very close with her family. She texted her mom every day. That's something that made me think of like me and my mom. Like every day,
Oh,
every night, she would text her mom, like, I love you, mom. Good night. Like she would always do that every night with
that's
her
sweet.
mom. Yeah, so different things made me think of like with the hiking with my sister, made me think of her with the texting with her mom, made me think of me and my mom. And then with the esthetician, made me think of me as well, like with the esthetician
That's what I
license.
love, Val, because you always cover cases that resonate with you, you know what I mean? And that's not an easy thing to do. You know, that isn't easy when you feel that attachment to it. It makes it more difficult. And it
Yeah, and
shows how talented you are.
I haven't seen that many people covering this case for some reason. I'm not
That's
sure
yeah.
why.
You're the only person I've out of all the people that we follow and all the true crime people that I've seen cover this. And I'm shocked because it is especially because it's like apparently at random as well. That's so rare, you know what I mean? Because it seems like everything's not so, usually like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there is a new interesting case. I'll maybe cover it about the author that, but I don't know. But right now,
The author of the book that killed her husband.
yeah, but this one I'm just
Yeah.
very interested in this case right now and to see how it goes. And then I know we have with Brian Koberger coming up, and then
Yeah,
there's
and
other stuff. Finally, Sarah Boone. Hopefully, she doesn't
yeah.
get. I have a feeling it's going to be postponed again. But
Oh.
yeah, okay. So this before her killer was caught, her friends and family did reach out to the police and plead the public, asking for any help. And this is when the mom talked about talking to her daughter every day, and her friends and family said that they would talk every day about what and I think this is such a great thing. I know sometimes people write this down, but maybe like doing it every day out loud, I think is so great that they would talk to each other every day and say about what they were thankful for and what they were grateful for.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah. So let me just play that little interview. It's very
I'd
short.
love to hear that.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't loop a bunch of times like
What
last
else have we got?
time.
What else have we got to show?
Right? Okay. So, and we just got some more people coming in. Yes,
Oh
will
yeah,
be.
let's hope it doesn't loop. Yeah.
Yeah, she's beautiful, which is why I could see somebody who is struggling with their sexuality. And I was saying that you're new in this right now. So the suspect is struggling with their sexuality, and they said that they want it to look like her. And it's a male suspect, zionteasley. So it's interesting. But
So yeah, it's
yeah,
different.
I
It's
like
out
this.
there.
Yeah, I like that picture of her and the cat. I think it was. But okay, so let me get to the interview of the family and the friends. One moment. I know I say one moment. I never know how much I say things until I'm on a live. Okay.
And you watch it back, yeah. You notice those things that everyone has them, don't they? That they do compulsively.
Yeah, I noticed some stuff on mine too. I'm like,
It's your
oh, good Lord.
trademark, Val. It's nice. I like it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, the thing of it is, beauty really doesn't have anything to do with it, so to speak. When somebody passes away, it doesn't matter what they look like. It just seems like it's always, is that bad that it always kind of seems like it does make a difference because they're so beautiful instead of not?
I think so. I think that's a fact. I think some people, yeah, to some people who are shallow, it would, but to most people who have a good heart, I think it wouldn't. You know, but there's
Yeah,
always going to be people out there who are like that.
yeah, but we always say, "Yeah, and she was so beautiful too." I mean, we all do
I just
that.
think it's a nice
Yeah.
thing to say about someone,
I do
really.
too. I do
People
too.
sometimes get mad in the comments, though. I've seen that. They'll be like, I haven't seen this like on my page or other people's page, but I'll like on videos, they'll be like, "What if she wasn't beautiful? You wouldn't be sad." Like,
Right, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that about the Idaho 4. I did see people say that about the Idaho 4. Like, if they weren't all like pretty little white girls, no one would care. I said, well, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Austin, so you said you have not heard of this case. Okay, good. Well, and I never asked in the beginning before I brought it
Yeah,
up.
you usually ask people,
Put a
don't you, if they've
1.
heard?
Okay, yeah, before I mentioned anything, if you had not heard of the case yet, put a 1. Okay, that's gonna screw everyone up because usually I say if you have heard of the case, put a 1. Okay, scratch all of that. Scratch all of
Erase,
that.
reboot, erase,
Scratch,
reboot.
scratch. Okay, let's just pretend you haven't heard anything I've
Anything.
said yet.
We've got the
Pretend
neuralizer from Men in Black.
Yes, pretend we are just now starting the live. If you've heard of this case, put a 1. If you haven't heard of the case, put a 2.
I hadn't heard of it till you were covering it, and then I kind of went and looked a little bit up today while I had chance after we got home.
I'd heard a little bit about it on news, that's all.
It seems like I heard something about it when I was in school, but I was too busy to really pay attention. But it sounded really familiar to me when I saw you were doing this one.
Okay, so Donna says 2, Mark says 2, Wheelby says 1. Austin says people love to complain.
Yeah.
Mark
Well, that's why
says
I
2.
asked it. That's why I said that, because ever since then I've been a little bit like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, Wheelby, yeah, I like new cases too. I think it's always interesting to do new cases.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay,
I
so
love it when you introduce me to ones as well, like ones I've never heard of, because you always come in with so much info. It's like after it, I just become hooked.
Wheelby said we all need to do some research before next chat, but no, then you'll know too much.
Yeah, it takes away the surprise. It takes away the fun.
Austin, are you laughing at me? I'm just kidding. You have a new picture, nice new picture. Okay, let me get to this. And action. Wait, can you even see my screen before I say action? You can't see it. Never
No.
mind. Okay.
No, we're
Not
on.
action. Hold on.
Take 2.
Yes. Okay. Take 2. Or take 3. Let's do this.
Okay, at this time, we'll go ahead and leave it open to the family. Again, we have mother and father of Lauren Heike and a really good friend, River. Do you want to say something, honey?
You can say so.
Okay, and this was before Zion was found, but I just wanted to play it because it is a heartfelt clip. So I just wanted to play this real quick.
I really appreciate it. I think it'll be nice.
Of course.
we just want, of course, we want the public to think about this. We want somebody to come forward and help us find this person. Lauren was, obviously, she was beautiful, and she was beautiful inside and out. She had such a kind heart. Everybody who met her loved her. She was super funny. She was just a sweet child, just everything to us. They are always your babies, but even her, she just was. But she lived here, and she had, hadn't lived in that apartment too long, but she loved it. She loved this area. She had so many friends, and she was always happy. She would call. We don't live. We are out of town, and I talked to her every single day, at least once or twice a day, and texted. And every phone call ended with "I love you, Mom," and every text ended that way. Is horrific. I'm sorry. As hard as this is for us, we're grateful because we had such a beautiful child. We feel like we're grateful she had beautiful friends. We have been bombarded. Everybody who has ever met her says she was so sweet and so kind and so loving, and they loved her. And we take a lot of comfort in that. We know that person, and we're grateful for all the people who have reached out. And we're happy that her last moments, she loved to exercise. She was walking, and we know she was happy. She went out that morning on a beautiful day to do what she does every day. And we just want the world to know what a sweet person she was and what she meant to us and to our family and what a void it leaves for us. But we also know that this dark period, we'll have her memories, and we will love her every minute that we are on this earth.
Yeah. She was my little girl. I'm going to miss her terribly.
It's okay, honey.
I just hope they can find whoever did this to her.
We really, really are begging people
Please,
to come forward.
you know something, come forward.
If you know something,
out.
if you have seen something unusual, somebody wearing a backpack or a hoodie or whatever the video, it's hard to tell, in a sunny, hot day, that person will stand out. And when you've done something, you are going to be unusual. If you think it might be something, if you have an inkling, please contact the police. We're praying that all of you people will help us.
I know someone knows something that can help us.
We want her to just be remembered, and we want people to help and just know she's so beautiful and sweet and very sweet. Like, we did worry because she was so nice to everybody. If she was in the store, I would always say to her, Lauren, you can't trust everybody.
Yeah.
But she was that kind of person, and we wouldn't trade that personality for anything because that's the person we love. So, Riv?
Yeah, no, she just, she definitely had the ability to change anybody's life. No matter what they were going through, if you interacted with Lauren, she was just an amazing individual. And I just want everyone to dig as deep as you can to find anything or any type of information that just leads to finding out who did this to her, because I mean, she woke up that day just so happy, and we just can't imagine what could have happened to her. So it's just, please, like, dig deep as you can.
I just want to say that River and Chloe and Lauren were like 3 amigos. They talked every single day for hours. And if anyone, I know she loves you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We just need help finding whoever did this.
I know you might see, Lauren, this photo here and videos. The one thing that we ask the public to see is that this isn't just another girl. We all have people in our lives. This is somebody's daughter. This is somebody's sister. This is somebody's niece. This is somebody's granddaughter. This is somebody's best friend. This is a true person. This is somebody that that we all have that special somebody in our lives. And Lauren was that person to so many people. So we ask you, if you know something, if you know this person, you've seen this person, even though if this person is involved in your circle, we ask, what would you do if this was your little sister? If this was your daughter? If this was your niece? We just ask and plead that you would find it in your heart to make that call and to tell us what you do know, or tell the authorities. We ask that.
Sorry, we don't have your name.
My name's Ron Ownhouse.
Can you spell that for us?
Ohnhaus.
I'm so very sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your loss. You know, as I can only imagine what these past few days have been like for all of you. To lose someone so wonderful. You mentioned that she loved to hike, she loved to exercise and those things. Did you talk to her that morning?
Can I answer that? The morning that she passed away, no, I did not. I talked to her the night before. River, he spoke with her that morning before she went walking.
Yeah.
And I tried to reach her later.
Yeah, we spoke about, I mean, that morning we had talked for, I would say, a good amount of time to understand that she had woken up with an amazing attitude. And in specifics, we, Chloe and I had just like asked what we were all thankful for that day. And she had like specifically just said that she was so thankful to just wake up another day, so positive, and the ability to go get a coffee and go on a walk and do whatever she was wanting to do that day. So yeah, we did talk to her that morning.
She was, every day the kids would talk, and every morning they would say what they're grateful for. And it's funny, I didn't know if I should share this because she's 29 years old, but I made her a blanket when she was like 4 years old with my grandma, a blankie. And she always took it with her everywhere. And when we went to her apartment to clean it out, it was on her couch. She still cuddled with it. It's a ratty old mess, but that's the kind of girl she was. I mean, she was literally precious, you know? So we're happy. We're grateful that morning we know she was happy. We know that she did what she normally would be doing. She got up, talked to her friend.
I'm just worried. I figured I should pause it. I don't want YouTube to end up like getting me in trouble for
Not again.
too much. Yeah, but this just reminded me also, because like I have my baby blanket too, so that's another thing. Yeah, like I have stuffed animals from when I was little. And I was so sad because one time on a trip, like I brought the stuffed animal there, and the housekeeping like took it, like they didn't it on purpose, but like when cleaning the bed, and I never got it back, and it's something that still makes me upset. But that's another story.
That's really sweet, Val. I didn't know that.
I'm a child at heart.
But you know, we girls, we do like our stuffed animals all over the place, surrounding us and keeping us safe.
But it just shows you what a sweet person she was, you know what I mean, and how, you know, she had all that innocence, you know what I mean, and it's just really horrible that it was just her life was taken by some monster, you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. She was too trusting, if anything, and that
Exactly.
she was just so sweet, and that she wasn't just beautiful on the outside, but on the inside too.
She saw the good in everyone, it sounds.
Exactly.
You know, I do just want to say though that you know, the mom. Okay, so my mom died horribly, and
I'm so
I
Oh my
sorry.
God.
I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
It, thank you, but it's okay. My my point was that I don't grieve when I like my dad when he passed away. My sister and I did the whole funeral ourselves. I mean, we did it ourselves, and the same with my mom's. And I don't grieve when I'm going through it. People would think I was just like so
Same here.
calm or something's wrong. It's afterwards and in private that I lose it. I hold it together the whole time for
Same
everybody
here.
else.
I'm exactly the same with grief. I was the same with I was like that with my grandparents dying and my uncle dying, and yeah, it does even now. Like my great uncle died during COVID. I couldn't go to his funeral because I was here, and like obviously I couldn't get back over to the UK because it was like right in the height of it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
That still gets me. I don't think I've worked through with the therapist about
Well,
that
no, I
stuff. You
know
know.
I know I haven't
Hi,
because I
clumsy
haven't.
clairvoyant.
I haven't let myself. My mom and I were like her.
Clumsy.
We were so close, and so my mom was like my best friend, and I still can't let myself go there because it hurts too bad, you know.
Yeah.
So I get her not showing a whole lot of emotion.
Oh, I absolutely understand it. It's probably not real for her yet. It's probably not going to be real for her for a long time. It's
Where do you? So you live in the States?
yeah. I live in PA.
Oh, okay. I for some reason thought you were overseas still.
Everyone thinks that. Yeah, I've lived here since I was 18.
Oh, cool. That's right. I remember you saying
I'm a
that.
citizen
Anyway,
as well. I can vote and everything. Not that I do.
good for you.
Yeah.
You know it takes a lot to do it right, to come over here and do it right. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
not to take off topic or anything, but it was pretty easy for me to do. And people talk about it being a difficult procedure, but for me, it really wasn't. You know, I just followed the rules.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So anyway, yeah, I do think that's what the mother's trying to do, especially
Yeah, she's
because
been
it
strong
looks
for a
like
husband.
yeah, because her husband looks like he's gonna lose it at
I
the
nearly
one wrong word.
like got emotional when they talked about the blanket, to be honest. So I can't imagine how you could hold it together for that. You know what I mean? Because it's remembering her as a child type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's her innocence. You know, that's like that's just gonna make him sad. You know, it just makes me sad.
Well, that and to most girls are daddy's girls, you know.
Yeah,
So that I think that makes it even harder.
yeah. And I think in a dad's head, he's like, I wasn't there to protect her. It's my fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That will run through his head, sadly. And it's not his fault at all because you can't be everywhere at every time. And there's no way he
Yeah.
could have known something like this was going to happen because it's not, you know, it's not an everyday thing, you know.
No, and you can't live your life in fear either. And
No, you can't let what happens stop you from doing what you love doing and getting outside and having fresh air and being in nature, you know. And you know,
yeah,
even though we
you
study
gotta
these
try to have a
things,
balance. You gotta
yeah,
have a
like you
balance.
can be clever, you can be careful, but you don't be paranoid.
Right.
That's what I say.
No,
Okay,
I totally agree.
Sorry.
It's okay. So oh my god, what happened to the screen? Hold on. Okay, it looked weird to me. Hi Clumsy, so good to see you, and I still want to do a live with you. And we're trying to get to everyone to the comments that I saw. So, and I still need to finish this video, but she definitely seems like a daddy's girl for sure. When I watched this video the first time, I did get a weird vibe from the mother.
I did.
Yeah, but I'm thinking she must be holding it together for the family.
Yeah,
Like she
she's
said.
the strong one, I suppose, the one with the
Yeah.
emotional
No,
strength, you know.
Yeah.
She's doing the talking because I don't think he's got it in him to do it. I think he's in bits.
I think you're right, Val. That's for a few seconds I was like, something's not right. But
yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, what could be wrong? I mean, she wasn't anywhere near worse.
What, she paid that guy to kill her own daughter or something? That sounds a bit out there, you know what I mean? But I see
Yeah,
where you're
so
coming from, like the emotional side of things. It's like not how you would react, but it's always like you don't know how you're going to react until you're in that situation, do you?
And she's
no, you
probably emotionally numb right now.
Yeah, she's probably just been crying all
and
days
I
and
could
days,
just
and it's
I could say this with no hesitation at all. If something had happened to me or my sister, my mom would have been the strong one. My dad would have totally lost it.
same here. Because of my dad's epilepsy as well. It was always my mum who did the talking,
Hey,
mostly.
can you put your PayPal down in the chat?
I
Val?
don't have a PayPal, but I have a Venmo, but
You could put that down there.
But yeah, so Clumsy asked like, why can't I super chat you anymore?
Oh,
Oh, so I went over. If you want, I don't want to go over I don't want everyone to have to rehear everything. If you want to listen in the beginning, I go over like the first 30 minutes goes over like new stuff for the channel, why I'm not monetized anymore. Hopefully I will be. Our
fingers
our
crossed.
new mascot, stuff like that. And one hand only when you fingers crossed. That you have to do one
Yeah.
hand for good luck. Yes, but so that goes into the everything. But hopefully I will be in 30 days. If not, then it's going to be then 90 days until I have to reapply. But I know.
So outrageous.
So let me finish and let me see, was there other questions? Okay, so it didn't say that the murder weapon was found, but then it said that it was a 3-inch pocket knife and that he always had that pocket knife on him even at work. So I'm assuming then they did find the pocket knife, because if they know that that's what the weapon was, unless they're just going by the stab wounds, I don't know. But they did say that it was a 3-inch pocket knife and that seems like that would be super painful.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because you'd I mean, just, and that again made me think of Aiden Fucci, where it's a knife he has on him all the time, like a little knife, and then where he spot, like you see them in the camera shot, and then he's sprinting away from the camera shot. So it kind of reminded me of Aiden in that case too, but Aiden's like, I don't know,
A different level because of the amount of stab wounds.
Oh yeah.
Because he's is only 14, but this guy's is only 14, but Aiden's is in the hundreds.
Yeah, but I mean, they usually carry those knives and stuff with them too, because not everybody that carries knives, guys, don't come for me, because I carry some myself. But
I carry a gun.
but a lot
Not
of
all the time. Not all the time. Not at airports.
A lot of those guys, they carry it because they're fantasizing about what they want to do.
Oh, absolutely. I think as well, especially knives, it is an extension of their sexuality in a way.
It is.
As like a gun could be as well. To some people's, like that's their way of almost getting their kicks almost, and so they hold it close to them, and they're always holding it and touching it, and it helps them fantasize about things. Is what I can draw from that.
Well, and the thing too with him is, honestly, they were saying if they hadn't had his DNA from the 2020, he wouldn't have stopped. This wouldn't have been his last one.
I agree. I agree. I think in his mind, it was like, I think it's like, it's hard to understand in the same person's mind, but I think maybe in his head, he was like, the more women I kill, the more like them I become. Is that was basically his walk logic, and using that logic, he would never have stopped, because it's just not logic. It's illogical.
That's true.
And it's scary that people's minds can be so dangerous like that. Can be the biggest weapon. You know what I mean?
I think it's just so sad that you think we would have learned by now, whenever somebody needs to have some mental health therapy, that we would get it for them, you know?
Yeah, and the fact with that is like, there's not enough people there's not enough people to counsel
Wow.
the people that need it, and there's not enough funds that go into it so that people can have a decent level of it and on a sustained basis, you know, because it needs to be sustained. And it's just without solving that issue, there's going to be these like crazy crimes are not going to reduce, they're just going to increase.
All right, I'm gonna finish playing this, and then can you guys look at the private chat real quick, please?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Friends. It was her day off. She got her coffee and she went walking and she was happy. And we take peace and, you know, that helps us a lot. We don't know what we need. We need people's help to tell us what happened after that. And that's what we're asking. Please think if you've seen something, if you were in that area, if you know of somebody strange or a friend that is acting weird, anything, somebody out there knows this person.
Yeah, she was on a walk that morning, and people, I mean, it's been mentioned that Lauren, as you all can see, she's stunning, and someone saw her on a walk. Like there's no doubt in my mind that somebody didn't see her or a camera caught something. As we all know, there's that ability. So dig deep in your thought on Friday morning if you live or were around that area to think that, did you see this blonde walking down a street or on her phone, or did you look twice at somebody? And if you did, let somebody here know, because she wasn't unnoticeable. She wasn't invisible, that's for sure.
I echo these same sentiments as a member of the media, just how I can't even put myself in your shoes. So thank you for speaking today, each and every one of you. River and Chloe, you were in constant communication with Lauren after you didn't hear from her after the hike. When did something feel off?
Naturally, your body tells you things, and now knowing what we know, I feel like my body told me something that evening, and I think Chloe and I both felt that. But how you assess that body feeling in a time of not knowing anything, and yeah, so
We knew.
yeah, I think there
I
was
knew
a
that
feeling.
night because I spoke to her every day of her life. And on Thursday, I called and called in the afternoon. And when I couldn't find her, I had my Hannah, I had her peg her location, but it was near her house. And I thought maybe she's taking a walk, we're out with friends. So the next morning I knew, and that's when we called the police.
Again, thank you all for.
So sad that, I mean, they all seem such nice people as well. Hello.
I agree, they are.
Sorry,
I was on mute. I was on
it's
mute.
all right. It's all right. I was
And
worried.
I
I
wanted
thought.
to. I wanted to answer a question, and maybe Misfit, did you fall asleep? I'm just kidding. Hello, Avery.
Nice to see you back, Avery.
So Misfit said, was there any DNA found at the scene besides having the video footage? So yes, the DNA that was found was on her shoe. They found DNA on her shoe. So that did help link it along with the video surveillance and also something with the cell tower with her cell. So there was multiple things that
Did it ping?
Yeah, it linked it. But again, there was there's so many different things about like the significant trauma to her body, the 15 stab wounds. But she again didn't die from. They really think that she didn't die from him, that she ended up getting away and then dying after.
You know what I'm thinking, because you said that, like it's Arizona. You know what I mean? So, and there were houses nearby. Aren't people going to be in their yards? And isn't she going to scream, "Help me! Help me! Help me!" if she's being attacked and some guy's trying to kill her? You know where was people? You know what I mean? Surely someone would have heard if because it's not as we've seen the picture. You know what I mean? There were houses nearby.
Yeah, well, that's what I wondered too, because as earlier, I said all you got to do is turn around and there's the neighborhood right there.
Because I'm in my garden right now, you know what I mean? And it's because it's boiling. It's really, really warm. So I try to spend as much time outside as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you would have thought somebody would have heard her.
Yeah, and at least made a call, but because it's like it's not so isolated like we said. So I'm wondering about that, but. I'm just glad that they've got the guy. And are there any date on his arraignment at all, or is that not been decided yet?
Has what not been decided?
A date on his arraignment.
Oh, I don't believe so yet, but I know he is saying he is not guilty.
Oh,
that
wow.
is for sure. Yes. And I'm curious if his mom's going to help him at all with his sentence. Or anything
I think she's
that.
Probably going to have to clean her hands of him at this point, because it's like she can cover him for like robberies and thefts and things like that, but I think murder's out of the question. Quietly support him, yeah, but I don't think she'd, risk losing a job over it.
The messages are coming in such funny order. I see Mama Bear says, "Clumsy Val is so sweet. I adore her." And then Lady V says, "Why?"
Why? Why would why?
No.
I know that they're out of order.
I was talking to Avery.
I know. It's just funny the way that I'm reading
Why
it.
do you think Valerie is so sweet? I don't know. I think she's just so irritating.
Oh, no.
She knows I'm kidding.
Yeah.
And I'm a daddy's girl too. I lost my dad too, but I still consider myself a daddy's girl. I saw we have a lot of daddy's girls in chat, so that's why the dad also got to me.
Yeah.
When my father passed away, I kept his telephone number. So whenever somebody texts me or something, it comes up as daddy. For me. So, yeah, I kept his phone number.
Do you know what I should have done? I should have made like videos of like my grandfather before he died, because I had like a Nintendo at the time and it recorded. So I should have done that. I kicked myself that I didn't. Still got photos of him and stuff. I just should have had videos, and that would have been nice.
Now I get it.
So
yeah,
I still have some recordings, but my sister's ex, who was not nice, ended up deleting them. But we did have recordings of my dad left messages, but we had them for a long time after.
That's
but
just evil.
I know.
I'm sorry. That's
what a
just
bastard.
evil.
Yeah, but here, so let me read this. The Arizona woman who was allegedly murdered on a popular hiking trail. So some things say that he was an ex-Marine. Other things say that he went to boot camp.
Way too young.
Yeah, that's why. So
doesn't make sense. He was in prison and he's way too young. He may have briefly been in and left the training, but that's as far as he could have gone. That's as far as he could have gone, yeah.
Yeah, I think he must have been in boot camp training, because that's what another thing that I read said. So let's just say training for the Marines.
Yeah.
And fought him off and managed to run away before collapsing from severe stab wounds, police said Friday. Lauren Heike, a 29-year-old skincare technician, fiercely battled for her life when she was randomly attacked on April 28th by alleged zionteasley. Phoenix homicide James Hester said at a press conference, "I believe she fought him off and she was able to get away, but her injuries were too severe for her to continue. Her escape effort may have played a role in why it took more than 24 hours for her body to be found in a wooded area." Hester said Heike likely did not know Teasley, a felon, charged with her murder. Teasley is accused of stabbing Heike 15 times in the chest and back in a premeditated. So I don't know why it says premeditated, unless they're considering the moment before being premeditated or because he followed her. I'm not sure. There's like different things that are being said, because he even said in the interview, like, if I were to do this, it wouldn't be premeditated, which was a kind of a weird thing to say, don't you think?
Yeah, it wouldn't be premeditated. I think he's trying something because, but the thing is that premeditation can be in a split second.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, that's what they said about Aiden Fucci, that every time the knife went up and every time the knife went down, they considered that.
That's premeditated.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the guy was thinking about it, right? So
Yeah.
wanted to be her. So in my opinion, it was premeditated. Why
I
he said
agree.
it wouldn't be premeditated makes no sense. It's illogical.
Exactly, because if he had this impulse that he was angry at women and wanted to be them, then that wouldn't have just come out of nowhere. That would have been sitting for a while. You know what I mean? So he would have had those feelings of wanting to do that for a while. So that is premeditation, exactly.
Whether it was her or not.
Exactly,
Whether it was her
exactly.
or not, he had just because he didn't know her or they didn't know each other or whatever doesn't mean that. And he was maybe thinking about somebody else and then just, went ahead and did it to her. It doesn't matter because it's definitely premeditated. He followed her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With the intent.
Definitely the intent, because he wasn't following her to ask, like, to be like, oh, do you want to hike together? It definitely wasn't that.
Yeah.
Or how is it further on up the road? Yeah, no, he's not. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Exactly. It says police are still probing whether. Okay, so they already know now. They're saying no essay.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
That's the only good thing out of this, that he didn't do that to her, that he didn't torture her. You know what I mean? Because that is torture. That's torture.
Yeah.
The people can say what they like, but it is, and I'm glad that didn't happen. And it looks like it's going to trial because he's denying it, as you say. But so I'm glad that as a result of that not happening, that the parents won't have to see anything related to that type of evidence. You know what I mean? So it will be hard, though. It will be hard for them.
Yes. Cops currently have no motive. Earlier this week, police released grainy footage of a person in interest wearing a backpack and fleeing an area near the trail, which sparked a manhunt. Someone recognized Teasley in the footage, and he allegedly admitted to cops and said, "That's me." I don't know why you would just be like, "Yeah, that's me."
That's me.
During a court appearance, prosecutors said Teasley was linked to the crime through DNA found on Heike's shoe, along with phone evidence. In 2020, again, this goes over the Circle K robberies, and he had a deadly weapon and disorderly conduct, then released in November. Whether the courts treated him fairly or unfairly is not for me to say, Hester said when asked about the conditions of his release Friday. So there's that. I think there was maybe one other thing possibly, and then hopefully I could get everyone to be able to go to bed by 12. Well, it'll be 3 a.m. your time, but 12 my time.
But it's fine. It's fine for me to stay up because I only have to be in work at like just after midday. So when it's a quiet day, I always have a quiet Monday, so it's all right. That's like the one pro of a Monday for me. I always have happy Mondays.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
So-
it's like it's not. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I wanted to ask another question because I don't know the answer to this. But I'm wondering, okay, is it true that whenever they go into prison, if they feel like they are like a guy and they want to be a girl or whatever, does the state help them transition, or how does that?
what they don't help them transition. What they do is they isolate them with others, but they'll put them, because of the risk to them to be for sexual assault and violence against them in the ordinary population. So they'll be in a special wing with others who are either homosexual or they're people who have disabilities or older people, just people who are vulnerable in general for the general population. They'll be in that kind of wing. But I don't know whether he was put into that or not, or if he even let them know at the time, you know.
Yeah.
If he even knew, you know. But it sounds
Yeah.
like he's been struggling with that for a while, the way he
I
talks
was
about
gonna
it.
say, yeah. I'm thinking it sounds like he was struggling with it for at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it'll
I
be
didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't think they would do that, but you know, sometimes you just hear bits and pieces of things.
it'll be interesting if that goes how they play that into the court case, because I'm thinking that they're going to somehow.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
gonna
they're
use
gonna
some.
say he snapped.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna use some mental health defense. You know what I mean? And whether it stands, we'll have to see. But personally, I don't think it will in Arizona. I just don't, because it's a Republican state. It's not to get political, but they are less likely to, allow someone that plea than in a more liberal state.
Well, and
You're
he has a
absolutely
lot of
right.
offenses.
And yeah, lots of previouss that it was never found that he was mentally incapacitated for those offences. He was found
Right.
sane for those. So what makes this any different? It's another crime he's committed, but there's been a progression where he's consistently got worse and worse and worse. And the prison time he got didn't reflect that at all. It did nothing to curtail him as evident of what he did to the poor girl.
You know, and I'm all okay.
Sorry to
I'm
talk
all
all
for this.
Cambridge, Oxford on you, even though I never went to university.
The thing of it is, I mean, I understand trying to give a young teenager a break. I totally get that. But you should look at the offense and at least do something to try to help them.
Oh, I
You know,
think
I
he should
mean,
get prison time and mental health care.
yeah,
You know what I
I do
mean?
too. I do
Because
too.
he will get out, because he is like 19, so he'll get 30 years probably. He will be out one day. He will. So
Oh, you don't think he'll get life?
I don't think he'll get life. I don't. I just don't, because because it's Arizona. He might. Does Arizona have the death penalty?
I
It
will
might
let
do.
you know right now.
Yeah, thanks. Because I don't know, because it seems like a state that would have the death penalty, because it's very, very
Yeah, it does
conservative.
seem like it.
Always returns
hang on.
a Republican senator.
It says Arizona resumed executions in May 2022.
Wow. So only just recently.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's legal. I just asked Alexa. She said it's legal.
Well, so yeah, I think that could be on the cards, and I think that they're going to, because I didn't know that, but that's going to be on the cards, I reckon, and they're going to fight their utmost to get that off. So I think you'd take anything that wasn't death.
Well, the thing of it is, Jay, this was brutal.
Exactly, and it was premeditated. There's no way you can the court will find that it is premeditated, and the jury, because he's going to make him go for a jury, it sounds like, won't like enjoy having to look at crime scene photos. They just won't. No one likes looking at stuff like that, so they're more likely to pass a death penalty, you know. But I think maybe because there's a death penalty, he might plea to not get the death penalty. You might not have known that at the time, so you know we'll have to wait and see.
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, dead quick. Am I right in saying that Aiden's mother has been sentenced?
Yeah, so she's in, what is today? So she's already had now about a week in jail, so she has about 20 days left.
Oh yeah, she got 30 days in prison, didn't she? Yeah. In jail, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
she should have gotten
she should have got more. Yeah, I agree with you. because she knew
Yeah.
what she was doing, and I wouldn't do that for my kids. God, no. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, you know what I did one
because I
time.
don't have them, but if I did have them, but
Yeah, you
I
could say
guess
I wouldn't do
I
it because I.
can't say until I
This
have them.
this is what I did.
I wouldn't do it
Okay.
for. I wouldn't cover up any of Teddy's crimes.
I would
No.
cover up Bowie and Shiloh's crimes.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I think I would actually. Teddy would guilt trip me, give me those beady eyes that he does so well when he
Oh
wants
well.
treats. He's like he's already had treats, and then he just gives me these beady eyes, and he's like, and I'm like, oh, go on, you can have some more.
And
Now
Bowie
So
and
this is
Shiloh
what
are
I did with
animals.
my kid.
we're talking about our animals, yeah. We're not. If anyone's like confused,
Yeah, I picked that one up. So, oh, I have to tell you a quick funny story. So we were in the Galleria down in Texas. It's a great big old mall, and
oh yeah, I've been there.
we always I have a little Yorkie. She's like 4 pounds when she's fat, and we always buy her stuffed animals when we go on a trip. She ends up with like stuffed animals from on the way there and on the way back. Well, we didn't have time to stop and get her anything, so we stopped at the mall, the Galleria, and we went in there, and she's my service animal, so she was in with me, and we stopped at this one little one of those kiosk things, in the middle, and they had this little dog that was like yep 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 yep, and it would walk for a second, yep 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 yep. My husband asked her, she's in her stroller, and my husband says, do you want that, Tolly? And she looks right at him, and then she looks back at that puppy, and she starts having a fit over wanting that dog. I was like, I swear to God, she understood everything you just said. She understood, and now she's begging you like a child. It's just like, don't
It's
tell me
strange
dogs
how
are
much
dumb.
animals can understand and how clever they are. Like, you don't
Oh yeah, they're
understand how
clever.
clever they are. I mean, because like just cats and dogs as well. But I was lucky. I went when I was living in the UK. They have this thing at I think it's Newtown Zoo where they have the orangutan experience where you can pay £200. I think was the last price last time I checked, and you can like go and meet an orangutan with its trainer, and it was just the most amazing experience in my life because they're so clever. Because I saw one of them, they work, they train them. They have screens for them, like where they can understand like some of them can understand sign language and stuff.
Yes.
That's really cool. They're the
Okay,
most
so
sorry.
sometime you guys are going to have to come on my channel where we can
We
kind of
will.
discuss this,
We will.
because I have a life that you would not believe that I had growing up. So I'm not
You had a
going to get
lion?
into it here. My life
A life.
while I was
Sorry.
growing up.
I was gonna say
While
you
I
had a
was growing
lion.
up.
That's pretty badass.
No, but I knew somebody that did. Let me
Really?
just put it that way. Yeah, we won't do it here. We'll do it on
Yeah,
mine.
it's a
I
bit of
think
a
Val
long
wants
one
to
because
get back.
we're wrapping up now, aren't we?
Hi, Great White. So I saw. I don't know if you know anything about this case. This is Lauren Heike. She's a beautiful blonde out of Arizona, an esthetician. But zionteasley, he is the suspect. I'll play the video of him running from the scene. That's the still of the video. Anyway, so another thing that he said he was worried about the salvation of his soul due to his thoughts. That's another thing that he said.
Wow.
Yeah, which was weird.
Religious induced psychosis.
Yes. So a lot of different things that he was raised Christian, struggled with sexuality. He wanted to look just like her. He had a lot of different criminal offenses in the past. He was released from prison in November.
Kind of like some Buffalo Bill type stuff, isn't it? Like from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I'm glad that you didn't do that. That you didn't do what Buffalo Bill did in that movie. That would have been horrific. But
Oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah, okay, so I'll play this. This is him. You can see, hopefully you can see my screen. This is him running from the scene. If it plays. Let's see. Oh my God. What is it?
The elements that speak to you, your person, your people. It's tradition. but making it your own. It's finding your look and sharing your story.
Sorry, I don't know why. Oh, skip. Okay. So that's after it shows him like following her, but then that's him running from it, running after and she was still alive at that point, I believe. Like she hadn't died yet, because she didn't die from it. She died after due to her wounds. So let me just see if there's anything on here that I want to read. That there's like videos all over this page. I hate when it's like that. I don't know if you ever see pages and there's videos all over them.
You can't scroll because it just keeps playing them.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go off of it. I don't know what's playing right now.
Yeah, it's gone mad. It's gone mad. Gremlins have decided to join the party.
Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to share. I think I already shared the
Yeah, I just
timeline.
wanted to say that like you've done an amazing job for your first stream in a while. You've done great, even though you had loads of technical difficulties at the moment, and I was just sat there with my finger crossed, just hoping that everything would be okay for this. And you, because I know how badly you wanted to do it, and I've been really, really missing you, and I know everyone here has as well. So I'm just glad to see everyone again and see you do what you do best. It's been a pleasure.
Lady V, write it on a private chat. I don't trust you. I don't know what you're gonna say.
No, I know. I'm not gonna. That you can trust me. So why?
I mean, I trust you, but I don't know what you're gonna say.
I know what you. I know. No, I'm not going there. Okay, so, why are you in such a hurry to get off? I mean, are people like, I'm done watching it, or?
Well, no, but I know Clumsy is starting soon, and I try to be like just. I know she has to get off and get ready, and I've already been doing it for a few hours, and I think everyone has a good idea about
Could someone, sorry to interrupt, could someone drop Clumsy's link in the chat so I could hit it after the live? Because I'll just go in afterwards, and so I can go there.
Yeah, because I didn't know that either.
I didn't know she did lives, so.
She Clumsy, if you want to talk about kind of what you do, she like does fortune telling and tarot cards.
Oh, that's definitely my type of thing.
Yeah, she's probably like, what? That's not what I do.
Oh, yeah.
No, but she does cool stuff. Yes.
She's a clairvoyant.
What I find interesting about clairvoyancy is it's mostly women are clairvoyants. I don't know why, but just women have more of an aptitude to have that insight with nature. I don't know. I don't know why. I guess it's because like they say Mother Nature. That's what I've rationalized it as in my head. Because I have insights, but they're usually just dreams, and it's always stuff to do with me. It's never anyone else. So I can't like read anyone's palm or tell your future for you. You know what I mean? Sometimes it involves other people that are really close to me, but just like someone who I don't know, I can't like read you. You know what I mean? But I think people who can do that are like awesome. You know what I mean? It's like really impressive that people can actually do that, because I do believe in it.
That's another thing on my second channel, even though there's not much going on this channel. I wanted to go on about like different dreams people have had and stuff like that, because I've had a lot of weird dreams lately.
Oh, so have I. I remember you telling me about that one, but I'm not going to mention it so that you can save it for the live.
Yeah, so just like really crazy dreams.
Yeah.
And just, I always look into like, what does this dream mean? And then I don't know if you guys look at what dreams mean, but I don't know if they mean, I know it has to do with things. A lot of people don't think they mean anything, that they just have to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they do mean
something. I have weird anxiety dreams sometimes. And one of them is that I'm in high school and that I've got weed on me and that I'm going to get caught and that all the teachers know. And I'm done for, and I wake up and I go, thank God it's like 10 years later since I've been in high school and I don't need to worry about that because it's legal here. And,
when I was in high school, they knew.
yeah. It was weird though.
They knew every single one that did that. Yeah.
Some knew, but because I wasn't like bad in lessons, because I wouldn't like disrupt lessons like some
Oh,
would.
I wasn't either. I was straight
They were all right with it, and because I think some of them thought he only brings in cigarettes, he's not like, because that I had them thinking that was the worst I was doing, so I could get away with a lot. And also because I was like on the school rugby team that gave you, like in America, obviously it's like the football team, you know, you get away with a lot more, you know what I mean? Or if you're a cheerleader, you get away with a lot more than you would if you're not, you know. So high school was all right for me.
I was kind of
bless
the same
you.
way.
If that was a sneeze, bless you.
I'm
God
sorry.
bless you.
It was a cough.
Oh, well
Yeah.
then I don't bless you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. What I'm gonna probably be doing for my channel, because I haven't posted in like 2 months. I'm probably gonna start I'm gonna start playing rugby league again, and I'm gonna start live streaming my games. So if anyone wants to like see what that's about, you know, and get introduced to the sport and just see me in action as well. You know, making big hits in like rainy pitches in the middle of blizzards, then you know, I would like you to come and watch, because it'll be a good time. Thankfully, because we're doing summer rugby at the moment, there won't be too much of that. But I'm going to be traveling a lot for it, so. Apparently Alaska has a team, and I might be going there. So, and it's just near Anchorage. So apparently it's like freezing year round there. So I don't know how that'll end up turning out, but it'll be an interesting thing to do, because I have played rugby league in the snow before.
Rugby?
Yeah, rugby. Well, there's 2 types of rugby. There's rugby union and there's rugby league. I play both types, but I play rugby league. Rugby league is like 13 a side, but rugby union's 15 a side. And in rugby union, it's more about kicks. In rugby league, it's more about passing the ball. So that's basically the difference.
That would be fun.
And rugby union's played mainly in the south of England, whereas rugby league's played mainly in the north of England, where I grew up. So that's why I grew up with rugby league. In fact, my dad was an ex-rugby league player, professional. Played in the top league. Yeah. He represented Ireland in the World Cup.
Oh, gosh. I got so much to talk to you guys about.
I could represent America. I've been trying to.
I'm trying to change the hashtags for this, because it got, I don't know why it didn't even get to her name. It went to Unsolved True Crime in Scottsdale. So it didn't even go to Lauren Heike, or I wanted to be Lauren Heike, Zionteasley, and Arizona, but it picked the wrong ones. So that's annoying. Sorry, I totally cut off. And I'm reading comments about 3 million. I don't know what's going on in the comments.
3 million?
Yes. I'm reading comments and I'm listening to you guys, and I'm
And
looking
to
at
answer the
hashtags.
comment in the chat from, what's her name? Maria, Americans don't follow rugby. Yeah, not many Americans follow rugby, but more are, and more, I think more now are, because in the team I play in the past, it was mainly just immigrants like me. It was me and a lot of people who came from like Hawaii and the Pacific Islands, where rugby is played quite a lot. But now there's a lot of more local people, so that's good, you know. So it's becoming like, don't get me wrong, it's not like there's thousands of people turning up to my games. It's like at best a couple hundred, you know. But you know, it's growing, you know.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and I think America has become more embracing of European sports, you know, because soccer, you know, the women's game is doing really good in this country, and it traditionally always has. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if America's women could win the next Women's World Cup. It's just the men's team at the moment's a little bit not too good, because Canada's men's team have seemed to overtake the US at the moment, which isn't good.
Talking about other countries' games being accepted over here more, you know what I would love to see in person is a oh my gosh, it went right at curling.
Curling, yeah. Curling's good. Curling is played a lot in Canada, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Curling's a
The
good
only time I
game.
get to see it is during the Olympics, and
The
I love
Winter
it.
Olympics, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Winter Olympics.
Yeah,
I
it's
watch
fun.
them more than the regular Olympics. I love the
Oh yeah.
bobsleigh because of the cool runnings.
I like the adrenaline rushes.
Yeah. I like watching the X Games as well. Have you heard of that? It's like the extreme sports, like
Yeah.
skateboarding and BMXs and stuff.
Anyway, I didn't mean to get us off topic.
Yeah.
My head.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm the one that brought it up. Val, are you talking?
I'm just writing the comments while you guys talk.
Yeah, because we're nearly wrapping up soon, aren't we? Anyway, so
Yeah,
it's a
I'm
nice
just
way to finish.
yeah.
Just a
So
general chit chat.
it's okay. So, hi, Mariah. I don't know if you've been in here much before, but yeah, I am thinking of covering that case, the Utah case that you mentioned, and the second channel. So I did start it, but I want to wait till there's more content on it to share it. So I will with the next live. And let me see what else other people are saying.
Thanks so much for having me up. I
Of
mean,
course.
it's an honor to be up for your return stream, and you know, I'm so glad that you were able to do it tonight, and I'm so glad that I was able to wake up.
I know. I didn't think I didn't
You
think
didn't think
you
I
were going
would?
to.
No, you didn't think I would, but I was determined to. I think, but I just think I just woke up naturally because I just really wanted to, and sometimes it's like it's when I really want to do something, I can just convince my body to do it, and it just doesn't.
Mark Klein says, my dreams suck most of the time. The good ones, I'm mad when I wake up. Yeah, in one of the dreams that I'm going to talk about, so I keep having this one recurring dream, and there's this one interesting part, and then each time I keep getting woken up when I'm about to get to a certain spot but I'll talk about it later.
Yeah, that
I'm
always
building
happens
it
in my
up.
dreams as well. But yeah, we're teasing it. It always happens in my dreams as well. Where it's like my favorite part is when Teddy meows in my face or Daffy is scratching at the door. You know, my cat, my dog. You know, so it's always what's the word? I've forgotten the word. Doesn't matter. It's late. It's late. Uneventful.
Yes, I'm happy you're here, Mariah. I hope that you come back again.
Yeah, I hope everyone comes back. It's been a great crowd.
Yes. Thank you, Brandon. And Clumsy, you just make me smile in general.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that Avery dropped Clumsy's link, so I'll be in her live when she wants to do it.
Yeah, I already subbed.
Yes, definitely sub to Clumsy. She's great and she's sweet, and she said it to me, or she said it in the chat one time how she could tell that we have a chill chat or a chill group and everyone, because ours seems similar to hers.
Yeah.
And I was in hers for a little bit, and everyone is like really chill there too.
That's the best thing about this place. Is sorry to cut you. Was I cutting you off though?
No, you weren't.
Sorry, thanks. I just get conscious of it sometimes. I just wanted to say, like, that's the good thing, like, add to what you were saying, like, that's the good thing, you know, about your channel, because there's never any drama here, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to go in with any anxieties, like, is someone gonna, like, act sideways with me in here or not, you know? So, it's always nice.
Yeah, I like our little group. We don't have like all that drama and all of that business.
Yeah, that's one thing that I just want to stay away from
Absolutely.
on this channel. Yeah, I don't want there to ever be any drama, and if there is, just not have it on here.
Yeah, just keep it. Yeah,
nip it in the bud.
Just keep it to just keep quiet about it and try and move on about it. That's what I say, you know, and just don't just focus on the good times when you're here, you know what I mean, and try and just focus on trying to have a good time, you know. And it's such a comparison to different sides of YouTube where I see people like doxing people, getting court orders against people, and like all this sort of crazy stuff. It's just such a difference being here. It's just so much better. And
some people won't let it go. I mean,
yeah, some people live for that though. They need it because their lives are on here. But for all of us, we all have so much going on in our day to day that this is just another thing that like is like a hobby of ours that we all like to do. You know what I mean? But it's not an obsession of ours to where it's a problem like it seems to be with a lot of people on here. Not in this
Well, I
community,
can't say
but
mine's
on the
not
site.
I can't say mine's not an obsession because it is. I'm just pretty chill about other people's opinions.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can have an obsession. You just have to be like knowing everybody's got their own opinions and
Yeah,
everything.
you just can't be an extremist. Yeah.
Here. This is my thing with drama. See if you guys can know who said this and in what show. Shoot, I know nothing. Nothing.
Fantasy Island.
No,
Tattoo.
Schultz. No, he's like
the plane. I love that. I was watching Fantasy Island earlier, actually. I love everything that was done by Aaron Spelling. I'm a big 90210 fan as well, and Dynasty as well.
No, it was.
Oh, because you love
in
90210.
Heroes.
Yeah, I do. I think it's great. I love it.
Yep.
I was watching 90210
Grateful Ed
earlier.
got
It was the episode where Brenda gets arrested for being involved with the animal rights people.
Plankton got it.
It's funny because on 90210, it's like Brenda's parents treat her like shit, but they let Brandon do whatever the hell he wants, and they treat him like he's this like perfect child. But like Brenda, like they just go at her for everything. It's just unfair, I think. Because Brandon crashed the car, and they don't get on him about that. My favorite character on that, Steve, though, Iron Ziering. He's. If I was in that show, I would want to be his friend simply because of his car. He has that Corvette. My God, that is a cool car.
I never watched it.
Didn't
you? Clumsy, get this. So he also is obsessed with Boy Meets World.
Yes, I do.
Sorry,
like Boy
Jay.
Meets
I
World.
just had to. I had to tell
do like
Clumsy.
It's not something I'm ashamed of. I enjoy those shows. I think they're really good.
I love Dylan too, Avery.
I've got my hair like Dylan. I always have it back, and I always wear the leather.
Maybe I should watch.
It's a shame he's dead, though. It's a shame. He passed away, didn't he?
Oh, Clumsy says no, Jay, no. And Mama Bear says, "Oh my God, Jay, me too."
Oh Lord.
All right, so I'm gonna finish playing. It's just it's the pictures that I already showed of
I like
Lauren.
Hogan's hit. Sorry.
Oh, go on.
Someone
Sorry.
said they like Hogan's Heroes. I
No,
like
that's
Hogan's
what it was
Heroes as well.
It's Schultz on Hogan Heroes. I know nothing.
Oh yeah, did you know after Hogan's Heroes, Bob Crane got his skull bashed in by a friend? Did you know that?
Why, right?
Yeah, because they were filming themselves having relations with women without their consent, and then Bob Crane was like, "I don't want to do it anymore," and then his friend was like, "No, I'm making great money from you, so this can't work out," and then he died. That's crazy. That.
Yeah, talk about a
Hollywood.
Yep, I live in it, and I just
No,
want to
but
say,
you're like a ray of sunshine in the darkness. You give it some light.
Exactly.
You're right. You're welcome, Val.
And I wanted to say, gracias.
Muchas gracias, mi amor.
Clumsy, you said what you said. True crime chats are usually the worst. In honesty, which makes Val even more of a gem. Thank you so
absolutely.
much. That's
Well,
so
I
sweet.
completely agree because there's no unfair speculation here. There's no grifting here. Like people do, like try and grift off victims. That's disgusting. Val never does that. It's all about the victims here. She never glorifies the perpetrator. She shows them for what they are, a monster. And just tries to understand more about why they did what they did and how we can prevent things like that from happening.
Yeah, so some of the cases, I guess sorry, I know that I was going to end it a while ago, but some of the cases I'm going to be going over is going to be, I don't know if you guys, I'm definitely going to try to do new cases. I know that the Sarah Boone's hopefully going to be coming up next month, but her lawyer wants to, because he knows that she's going to, they're going to totally tear her apart. It was a good day. But that's what she says. But there's so many other cases besides, I want to do current cases, but also the Courtney Clenny, the Shayna Hubers, the Natalie Cam girl, the Playground Massacre, which I think Avery, I think that you might have done that as well. I got to talk to you about that. The Friday night movie thing that we have to do, the ghosts, the
That's
dreams.
fun. It's all going to be fun. Did you know? Did you know that there was a playground shooting in England recently?
There's just so many shootings
Yeah,
recently. It's
in
insane.
England, in Wolverhampton, that was close to where I grew up, not too far away, and it was an 11-year-old and a 12-year-old got shot.
Oh my God. How old was the shooter?
15. It was gang related, you know, and people say, "Oh, there's no guns in England." There's lots of guns in England.
Yeah.
It's just they're all mainly in criminal hands. That's the reality of the situation. So, you know, I'm not going to argue about that, but I just think people portray the UK as being way safer than it actually is, especially the cities. It isn't.
Yeah,
There's safer places in America by far. I think New York's you're safer in New York than you are in London. I say that hand on heart. You are safer in New York than you are in London.
Avery said we've had 268 mass shootings in the U.S. already this year.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, by the way, this reminds me of another thing that I forgot to. I had a whole list of things that I was going to talk about. So my sister had a conference that she had to go to about a week ago. And I went with her to celebrate with her and see her get an award. And we stayed at the Mandalay Bay, and that's where the shooting was in Las Vegas. And they changed the floors around and everything. And you have to the floors. I figured out the flooring, and you have to take a key to your floor. But I took the stairs, and I got down to the floor of where. Yeah, so I have pictures of that floor and the room, not inside, but I wanted to show the pictures of that as well.
Wow, I'd love a
I didn't
live
even
on
tell
that.
you about that. Yeah, so
I've never heard of that, you know. And I'd love a live on that, especially because it still remains a mystery, the shooter's motives, doesn't it?
I looked into
Because it was
more.
vaguely anti-government, but it seemed more mysterious than that. It seemed kind of out of the blue for him. Like, he was never given. His brother said that he was never like an impulsive kind of guy at all, and didn't have a history of violence or of getting angry or anything like that. So it was a very strange one, you know. So sorry.
So sorry. No, go on.
No, I want to hear what you have to
No,
say.
I was cutting you off there. I was totally cutting you off.
We're playing the too nice for each other game, aren't we? Like, I'll hang up. No, you hang up. No.
Mama Bear, you lived there when it happened. Oh my God. No, I wasn't there when it happened. I was there recently. And I stayed at the hotel. And so me just being me, I went down and I figured out, because they changed the floor numbers. So, but I can explain it more in the next live that we do about it. But here, let me try to explain it a little. I wrote it down and everything. Let me see if I can figure out how to explain it. Let me see. Hold on.
I got into that one when I was when it was happening, but God, I'd have to go back and reacquaint myself with it.
I think it's a sign that, you know, they're even doing those school shooting drills in England now. Heard from my cousins.
Lynn is going to go to sleep. So good night, Lynn.
Good night,
Lynn. And I'm so happy you're here.
So happy you could join us.
Maybe I can't find it right now, but I have it in one of I send things to like 3 different things, but they changed the floors. Like, they took 3 floors out of the Mandalay Bay. Like, I think it was 56 to 58 or something. So now the floor is 59, and it used to be so it's like weird. You had to figure it out. And I hear an echo now for some reason. I don't know if it's me. Is it me?
Hello?
Yeah.
No, it's not me. And it's not you either. I don't know. I think it was Lady V. She was having some trouble with that earlier.
I don't know. She's not talking, but
No, but I did have my mic open.
it's okay. But oh no, wait, hold on. I'm reading things in the comments. Hold on.
You could always put that on your community post.
Oh yes, I could. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
because I would
I
like
don't
to see
know.
that.
I'm seeing I'm so sorry in the comments. I'm seeing what's going on. Hold on.
Wow, Avery.
Oh, Avery. Oh my God, I can't imagine that.
Wow, that would be crazy.
That
Imagine,
might
like,
be a live that you don't want to go.
yeah, that would be one that you'd want to miss because that's
I'm
way
so
too close to home. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, Avery.
Yeah. Wow.
I think it's scary for me as well. Being a musician and you have that, and what happened in Paris at the Bataclan. It's like, you're working, and you're kind of in the zone, and
Yeah.
if something like that happened, I'm too in my own thoughts to think quickly. You know what I mean? So it gets me a bit. I don't let it stop me from performing live, but it does. I have had nightmares before I've been going to places like where something's happened and I've just had to talk myself out of it and just be like, it's just anxiety. You've got nothing to worry about, and nothing's ever happened to me like that.
Well, you just get in a mind frame. You get tunnel vision, and you just don't
Yeah,
realize.
not to make it about me or anything, because it should be. It's Avery. It's horrible what happened.
Definitely. But no, I mean, even there, I mean, I'm sure, it was a few minutes before they quit singing, wasn't it? I mean, I don't even realize.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
they might have
even
thought
they
it was
realize
fireworks.
because
Yeah, fireworks or something like that, or it would be too loud, as it's so loud on stage, and you've got in-ear monitors as well when you're performing live, so you can hear the other instruments, so you can be in time with each other. So you're not really hearing the crowd. You understand what I'm saying? So they probably wouldn't have even heard the shots.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't think.
Hi, Joe.
I'm sorry, I was reading the chat.
Joe, we're just
Right at the
about to
end,
end
yeah.
it, but good morning.
I hope you catch the replay.
Yes, definitely. Catch the replay, and I
This is
hope
one.
I'm going to play a last video right now, but first let
Right.
me say thank you, and the video will be at the end, so the video has music. I know it's the same pictures that you guys have seen, but let me say bye to everyone that's been here. So I'll instead of starting at the top and going to the bottom, I'll start at the bottom and go to the top. So
Makes sense.
Mama Bear, Mariah, Avery, and again, I'm so sorry, Avery, that you
Oh,
were there for
yeah.
that. Yeah, Brandon, Joe. Let me see. Lynn, I know you left, but thank you for being here. Clumsy, I think you're gone now, but thank you for being here. Always love when Clumsy's here. Mark Klein, thank you for being here. I hope that you come back. Grateful Ed. We did have a few Eds tonight. Let me see. Misfit. Thank you for being here. Let me see. Oh, Lucci on the go. I don't think I even saw Lucci on the go. So Lucci on the go, thank you for being here.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I try to say hi to everybody, so I'm sorry. Oh, and you said a few things. I'm sorry. But let's see. Plankton, hello and goodbye. Lex Luthor, always happy when you can make it. Let me see. Great White, I think I said, I don't know. Let me see. Obviously, Jay and Lady V.
Oh, thank you, Val.
Oh,
It's been a pleasure to be up here. Thanks so much for having me up, and thanks for doing such a
I
great
always
live.
enjoyed it.
You always do such a great job, and you've done so well researched, and you've not done it in like a month. So it's like you've just gotten back into the swing of things so easily, and shows how talented you are. So I just enjoy seeing you do what you do best. It's an
Hopefully,
honor.
thank you. Hopefully, I don't need to delete this one because I had
Oh.
Eminem music in the beginning for like a second.
Well, you could just clip that out a little and
Oh
just
yeah, that is
keep
true.
the rest of it. There's no need to risk losing the whole one, because this is like
Yeah.
2.5 hours of gold.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so Edward, thank you. And Edward, you're always so kind with everything. K-Braze was here earlier. Let me see who else. Do I have I know Crazy Crime Chick was here earlier. Trying to get to everyone. Did I say Mama Bear? I think I said Mama Bear. And I want to say to everyone who was still being members, and even people that were still subbing and didn't unsub when I wasn't posting, thank you so much. That really means so much to me. It really, like, that, you have no idea how much that means to me. Just, I didn't even go on. I never even got to, like, why I wasn't posting. So I ended up having kidney surgery. I mean, I'm fine. It was not a big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I wanted to go into it or not, but I mean, it's like, it's not a big deal. It's nothing
It is a big
serious.
I'm proud of you for letting people know, Val, because it helps people to understand, you know what I mean? Because it's not that you haven't wanted to for all
Yeah.
this time. You've really wanted to, you just haven't been able to, because you care so much about everyone in here, and you care so much about doing the best show you can do, the best live you can do, that you only want to do it when you're at your best, and that's totally understandable. And I think everyone in here can understand that, and they're just happy that you're all right.
Yeah,
Thank
and it
you.
is a big deal, Valerie. It's a very big deal. My
Thank-
mother-in-law had it. It's a very hard surgery. So I'm
Thank-
glad you took care of yourself. And I'm glad that I could be back for your first live here like I was the very first time you went on. And you're just an angel. You really are an angel.
Oh, she is. She
Thank
really
you.
is.
Well, the people that didn't see the end won't know this part, but to everyone who's still here, thank you so much. So again, Misfit, everyone, Jay, Lady V, everyone that's here. Oh, Savvy's aunt, I see. Oh, your mom just had kidney surgery too.
Oh,
I hope that she's healing well.
Yes.
hope she's
and
getting better.
resting. Yeah. Hopefully that the surgery went well and everything like that. Give
Wow.
her my best, but yeah, it seems like
Another one? Wow.
yeah, what's going on? But yeah,
I hope
toast
your
with
mom's
water.
doing all right too.
Yeah, everyone drink more water. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But all
Good
right,
message to end on.
yeah, that's my last thing. Oh, Mark, you're so sweet. Thank you. And this is a very nice live. Thank you for bringing us up to date with the case. Yes, thank you for being here, Lucy on the go. Okay, so I'm gonna play now just the video. It's with the music. It's like not even a minute. And then you guys can all go to sleep or go do whatever you have to do for the
Check
day. I
out
don't know what
Clumsies.
time it is.
I'm just waking up, girl.
Go and
Well,
check out
good
Clumsies if she
morning.
goes live.
Oh yeah, Clumsy. Yes, Clumsy. She should be live now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be up for it now, because I got like 6 hours sleep, and that's good enough. You know, most people get by on 4, so I'm fine. Oh, nice video to end with.